Alfred was named the #1 college town for 2023. This is no April Fool's joke. According to the Washington Post, known for being friendly and offering a warm welcome even in winter, Alfred, New York is ranked #1 in a February 2023 nationwide survey to earn the nickname College Town USA for the home of Alfred University, Alfred State College, and Houghton University. My name is Ashley Madison, and I am the Executive Director of Incubator Works. Welcome to the 2023 AHA Startup Collegiate Competition. A little housekeeping before we get started. We do have a full day today, so if anyone needs a bio or restroom break, feel free to stand up and find a door and come on back. We are going to have a 10-minute intermission in the middle of the competition. I would prefer if the judges could exit first during that 10-minute intermission to find the restrooms and then return back. Also, please send the YouTube link to any friends and family that are unable to be here today. And you will see there are some 8.5 by 11 flyers around with QR codes. Those are for the Viewer's Choice Award. So make sure you vote for your favorite team. The Viewer's Choice Award will be awarded an additional $250. And please join us afterwards for cupcakes and punch in the lobby to celebrate with the students. Student teams, after you are done pitching, if you could exit either of these doors behind me, you're going to go get a photo in the lobby, and then you will be ushered up by Jody to your interview. So Jody will be helping you. She will see you as soon as you exit this room. All right, so you might be asking yourself, what is Incubator Works? Incubator Works is your local business incubator. We don't incubate chickens or babies, we incubate businesses. So we help individuals start and grow their business. Specifically, we work with ceramics and glass startups as well as micro entrepreneurs, also known as Main Street entrepreneurs. In our little corner of New York State in the Western Wilds, here in Allegheny County, and then also in Chemung, Steuben, and Schuyler, there are quite a few of those. We help individuals figure out if they have a valid business through programming, resources, and support. Why AHA? Well, about 4 years ago, some leaders in the community got together to discuss how we can support entrepreneurship in the region. A big piece of that is the entrepreneurial spirit. And a large population in Allegheny County is you, our students. The AHA Collegiate Competition was developed to bring Alfred University, Houghton University, and Alfred State together to cultivate entrepreneurship with our students and provide them with the tools necessary to break down an idea, which you are all very familiar with from breaking down your idea for today. Some of you will start a business after this, and some of you will use this experience and apply it in many different ways in your future. Entrepreneur. What does that mean anyway? Can you say it 5 times fast? It's a large word, and so it's difficult to do that. Someone's going to try, right? So entrepreneur is a French word probably coined by the economist Jean-Baptiste Say from the word entrepreneur, which is usually translated as undertaker or adventurer. So you are all adventurers. You are willing to take a risk for a desirable outcome. Aha! Back to the reason we are here together today. Startup pitches. What a journey. You all have worked very hard over the last several weeks with academic industry mentors and your teammates. You have learned what it feels like to take an idea and see if it can become a viable business. Do your customers have a problem they can't solve? Is your business idea a solution to their problem? Are they willing to pay the designated price point you have selected? And here's the golden ticket. What type of revenue are you looking to generate? Is this going to be a side hustle or a full-time gig? I hope that once you graduate and continue with your entrepreneurial spirit, every time you have a light bulb moment and think, aha, you think of this exact moment of your time spent at Alfred State, Houghton University, and Alfred University. So thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you for putting in the time, effort, and creativity. Thank you for applying yourselves to the best of your ability. You are our future, and you make it a little bit brighter. Maybe aha brighter. Thank you to Kimberly Bars for setting the bar high for this competition. You have worked tirelessly on the creation, planning, and implementation of this competition. I hope you can sit back and enjoy watching the pitches and say, aha. And to Mariana Huber for working right alongside Kim and supporting every step of the way and at every turn and every plan, A, B, C, D, etc. And thank you to the rest of the Incubator Works team for filling in any aha moments when needed. Thank you to our hostess with the mostest, Alfred State, and to our judges, to our academic mentors, to our industry mentors, to our volunteers, to the Startup Allegheny Committee, to our sponsors, to Brian Kelly of Kelly Design and Development, and to Nick Davis of Genesee Valley Media. I have heard that these pitches are top-notch, so hold on to your seats. But first, I would like to introduce you to Dr. Craig Clark, Executive Director of Allegheny County IDA.
Thank you, Ashley. Mine is very short, but I also do want to thank all the students for participating. I'm not sure I would have participated at my age then, because the things that I've seen you do last year, and I'm sure this year, are going to be, amazing. But they really are. Why do we start this? As the Allegheny County IDA Executive Director, one important leg in the county for economic development is entrepreneurs. And we're trying to make sure some of those 7,000 students we have at these three colleges together stay in the community and start some businesses. Now, we're not going to have everyone stay tomorrow, but if we could do that over a period of time, we can make a huge difference in the county. What you don't understand, if you don't know, most of the companies in Allegheny County started in Allegheny County. There are very few that were imported. Even Lundstrom down in Wellsville, who makes air preheaters, started in Allegheny County. And entrepreneurs, they are. They used to make air preheaters for coal-fired plants. Guess how that's going? Not real well. There aren't many coal-fired plants left. So what are they doing? They changed to clean energy. They actually are making parts and pieces for the large-scale wind turbines offshore. You think that took some entrepreneurship? Sure did. You had to change your whole business. So I think what we're trying to do in this competition is not just to develop entrepreneurs to start businesses, but give you that thought process so you can be entrepreneurs when you go work in industry. And everyone here will end up getting a job sooner or later, correct? I hope so. That's why you're going to college, right? Even if you go to grad school, eventually you will have a job. And an entrepreneurial spirit makes a big difference. And I can tell you for sure, the three colleges make a huge difference in Allegheny County. Not only do we have 7,000 students, we have well over probably 1,500 employees, and they are the largest economic engine in the county. If you don't know, we only have about 46,000 total residents in the community, so that's a big chunk of the county. Same way as we mentioned in Alfred as well, it's a big percentage of the students' population. We only have about 1,000 residents and about 4,000 or 5,000 students, depending on which time of year it is. So all that makes a big difference. You make a big difference, and we want to make you have more difference in Allegheny County if you can. I know a lot of you will stay in Western New York, but we like a few of them to stay in Allegheny County if that's okay. With that, I can't wait to see the competition. I also want to make sure that you've seen the full committee. The committee's in your brochure. Thank this committee. They've been meeting, as Tom's shaking his head, we meet almost weekly, and Kim's done a great job of orchestrating that. But it takes a lot of time and energy to get this thing orchestrated. And we're also very excited about the fact that we're rotating this competition. Last year is AU, this year is Alfred State College, next year will be at Houghton. Because I think that's really important to get all three colleges to work together, and also to have students be able to see what other students are doing at the other three colleges. So end of the day, thank you for being here. I know you're going to do a great job. I know you're going to learn something. And on top of that, you probably have some fun, I hope, right? It's fun now because actually you've already made your video. Now you just have to answer the questions. So thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Craig. We have a few more keynotes, especially from the leadership of our three higher institutes that have come together today. And so next, I would like to invite President Steve Morrow of Alfred State College.
Well, good afternoon. Now, you're going to be pitching soon, so let's try this with energy. I'm going to say good afternoon again. Let's kick it up a notch. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes. You know, I think you're already all very successful today, and we're so glad that you're here at Alfred State College. You know, as a president now, I often get asked, what made you successful? And I don't think they're really asking me what makes me successful. I think they're asking, what do I have to do to be successful? And, I think it starts with defining what success is for you. I think you're all successful because you're here today. And if that was your end goal, you've already won. But maybe your goal is to win this competition. Maybe your goal is to take this invention and turn it into a product. Maybe it's to help civilization in some kind of way. Or maybe it's to make $1 million or more. Those are all great things that could be successful adventures and ventures. But if I were to think about what I've seen as common traits, having just a great opportunity myself to interact with many people that define themselves and others define as successful on a daily basis, here's kind of the things that I've come up with. I think you got to have passion. You got to have heart. You got to wake up every day and feel the fire. You got to know that this is what I was born to do. And that will get you up before everybody else in the morning. It will keep you there late at night. And it will never feel like a day of work in your whole life. Yet, you're going to be working. To be successful, no matter what, you have to work hard. Sometimes, depending on where you start, harder than anybody else. Many people who come from this region have started way behind where others have gotten the opportunity and privilege to start in life. Yet, you've worked hard to get here today, and here you are, a success. And that work ethic and that success will continue to feed itself moving into the future. We have 50,000 alumni at Alfred State College. I have seen them come from this area and just thrive in this world because they have the work ethic that comes behind all of the things that they put their passion into. But you can't do it alone. You can have the heart, you can have the work ethic, but you got to have mentorship. You got to have guidance along the way. You got to have somebody who can take you aside and say, this is what you're doing that I'm seeing is great, and here's maybe the next step to continue to develop yourself. Competitions like this are meant for that, to give you great feedback. So thank you, judges, for being a part of their mentorship and guidance. Thank you to the faculty and staff who've taken part in developing these young minds to be able to be here today. That's the type of mentorship and guidance that I'm talking about. That's what it is that you're going to want to see for your next stages, and you're going to want to seek out a good mentor and guidance instructor. I still do to this day. There's still people that I go to and I ask for input and I ask for advice and I ask, how can I grow as an individual? But you have to believe in yourself because that's where it all begins. If you have the heart and you have the work ethic and you have somebody pushing along, but you don't believe, you're working with an uphill battle the whole way. So find out what it is that you have to do to make sure that you believe in yourself and your teammates and your product and what it is that you're doing. That's when it really sells itself. Most importantly, you have to fail. That sounds weird, right? But what is success without failure? How can you define success if you can't define failure? How can you experience success if you haven't yet experienced failure? And how can you grow through those times that are real big challenges if you don't experience what that is and what that feels like? And so failure is a big part of success. Actually, success is really, to me, nothing more than a series of failures that has gotten you to the point where you happen to be today. So if you happen to not win this competition, that's a great step in the right direction. If you happen to win this competition, that is also a great step in the right competition. And you'll find yourself experience some kind of failure thereafter as you continue to move this along. But just realize if you have the heart, you have the passion, if you have the guidance and you're willing to work hard and believe in yourself, then you're going to have the last piece that I've seen for the needed key to success, which is the resiliency, the ability to never give up, to keep trying, to keep moving forward. And so when somebody tells you that your product isn't good enough, you say, thank you very much, and you keep working at it. And when somebody tells you that you're not good enough, you say, thank you very much, tell me what I have to do to get better, and you keep working at it. And when you run out of money, you say, somebody, can I have some more money? And when they give it to you, you say, thank you very much. And so now I can keep moving on to develop my idea and my dream and the thing that I know that I was made to do. I hope for some of you today that this is a start to that. I hope this is the product that you define your success over and that it takes off and it gets to whatever point that you want it to get at. Maybe that ends today. Maybe your culmination for the thing that you worked on was to get it here today, and you can celebrate that success and move on to your next great feat. Or maybe this is just the beginning. One way or the other, we're really glad to have you here. I'm really excited that you get to take part in this competition, that you're at Alfred State College for us to be able to host this event. I apologize that I'm not going to be able to stick around for the whole thing, but I am going to be able to watch it on YouTube while I travel to my next thing. So thank you very much. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we are going to hear from President Wayne Luce at Houghton College.
Hello, friends. I'm Wayne Lewis. I'm the president at Houghton University. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be with you for the pitch competition this year. I'm so disappointed, but I am excited that I get to give you greetings. From attending the pitch competition last year, I know how innovative our young people in Allegheny County and the surrounding region are. I learned so much from the pitches last year, and I know this year will be no exception. So I want to wish you all the best. Have a great time, learn something from your competitors, and most of all, go Highlanders.
Wonderful, thank you. And next we have President Mark Zupan from Alfred University. And all right, we will move forward. And if he happens to come in later, then we will, of course, let President Mark Zupan speak. Thank you. All right, so we will just move right on down the list. Next is Chief of Staff for Assemblyman Giglio, Joseph Semplitsky.
Well, thank you very much. This is such a wonderful competition. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Joe Semplitsky. I'm the Chief of Staff for the State Assemblyman. And I had the privilege of being here last year. And I stayed through the whole thing, got to see all the pitches, and I was blown away by what the students presented. So I really wanted to make a concerted effort to be here again this year and express on behalf of Assemblyman Giglio and our government partners, this is in Senator O'Mara's district and Congressman Langworthy's district, how much we all support entrepreneurship and support what the students are doing here at the three colleges in Allegheny County. This is such a positive thing. I was with Dr. Clark a couple days ago at a business that was showing off what they were doing, expanding, being entrepreneurial here in Allegheny County. And it was a family that was growing their business in future generations. And so we see at the end how businesses are a very successful big enterprise, but every big business started with an idea and it started as a small business. And it maybe started with some of the types of ideas that we're going to see here today. The Assembly District that my boss represents is a very rural area. It's Cattaraugus, Allegheny, Western Steuben County. But we're lucky we have 5 different institutions of higher learning, and 3 of them are here in Allegheny County competing today. So first of all, that means I'm neutral, and may the best team win. And we represent all three colleges and universities, so we're excited to see all three participating. But it really shows this is what the United States is all about. This is what America is all about. You can have somebody that has an idea, that puts that idea into a thoughtful process with partners in higher education, with partners in the private sector, with partners in government. And together we build that idea into something that's going to employ people, that's going to generate wealth, that's going to build a community. And so to be part of that, to encourage that, it's a real honor to be here at Alfred State with all of you. And good luck to all three universities and all 9 teams. And again, it's a real pleasure to be here. And thank you for what everybody that put this together is doing. Incubator Works, the universities, the board, the judges. I know you're giving up the first beautiful day of spring to be here, so thank you. And good luck to everybody. I'm excited to see the pitches.
Look who just arrived. President Mark Zupan from Alfred University. Come on up.
Thank you. Timing's everything, right? Thank you for the opportunity to be with you. And thank you most of all for being willing to participate in this AHA competition and bring ideas to life. Every day, try to read the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. And I don't know if you have the same fascination, but the 2 most interesting columns are in the Sunday section of the New York Times. There's the vows portion, how people met that led to their marriage. But then the other one's the obituaries. And it's amazing how many of the obituaries portray successful entrepreneurs with all the challenges that come with being an entrepreneur and how they found the particular opportunity that made them successful. Sometimes it's in the for-profit world, sometimes in the not-for-profit world. Sometimes it's on the societal side. Somebody like Rosa Parks deciding I'm not going to stand for this anymore. Today's Wall Street Journal features 3 entrepreneurs. One in particular, originally from China, then went to Taiwan, had some businesses with his that didn't really take off, but then had the inspiration that the Shanghai noodle that they'd been so fond of. And I'd never heard of this particular company, but they have 170 restaurants now globally. Japan, Taiwan, there's one going to be opening up soon in Manhattan, and just made quite a success story out of eventually going with that particular inspiration. Another one from the south side of Chicago and developed hair care products for the African American community. Became enormously successful that way, wanted to stay private just so he, in his own words, could continue doing good for his community. And then a third one, both an entrepreneur within a large bank and then ultimately with an important foundation from the city of Chicago. Probably one of the funniest ones I remember for a few years ago, somebody as an entrepreneur that came up with a way to design the glue that holds the paper in toilet paper rolls. Seemingly you'd think somebody should have thought of it before. It's got to be sticky enough, but it can't be too sticky. And became a billionaire through inventing this glue. One of my favorite former students, when I was at Arizona, she was interested in marketing, took coursework in marketing, and then went to work for a huge dairy in Arizona run by a fellow alum. And this dairy was very frustrated with the automotive business. Every year they would send a delegation to Detroit, to the Big Three. And what annoyed them was that more and more people were drinking in the car. And cup holders got introduced by the Big Three. And the cup holders were circular and milk cartons were square. So their big pitch was, could you at least make one of the cup holders square so people could take milk cartons and milk consumption could start rising again. Every year they failed until this one alumna, you can probably guess, came up with the idea, let's just make the milk container cylindrical. and it was the biggest invention in the dairy products business. So just have a deep fascination, respect for what entrepreneurs do. And a common theme in this obituary is they make their communities better. So for our community, any ways we can help you, lining you up with venture capitalists, lining you up with successful entrepreneurs in the past, we'd be glad, alumni, to help further your dreams. And just to commend you for being willing to pursue those dreams.
All right, so students, do you want to meet your judges? All right, so here with us this afternoon for our judges, we have Tom Murdoch down here in front first. Tom is clinical faculty at the UB School of Management, general manager of WIN, which is Western Incubator Network in Western New York. Also UB Business and Entrepreneur Partnerships, adjunct faculty at UB School of Management. So there might be a common thread that you have been hearing is that a lot of these leadership individuals wear many different hats. You as entrepreneurs will also find that as you pursue on after graduation. Next judge, we have Amy Bennett. Amy is the Chief Operating Officer of Northern Lights Candles in Wellsville, New York, just down the road. And then we have Bo Ruffin. Bo is a Senior Research Manager at Corning Incorporated. And now it is time. So hang on one second, Brian, while I introduce team numero uno. Team number one from Alfred State College is Essence of Nirvana. And let me talk a little bit about that team. This is Kashawn and Julius, the academic mentor, Jared Childs, and industry mentor, Lionel Legree. So with that, I will pass it over to Brian, who will show pitch number one. Thank you.
My name is Julius Korgowski, and I'm Keyshawn Barksdale, and we are Essence of Nirvana. If that sounds interesting, let's hop into it. All right, let's go.
So the problem we chose to deal with is that of stress, right? So everyone deals with it in their daily lives, right? You get working, you have school, you have kids. It's just a constant life almost. And, if you let it get out of control, that can lead to unhealthy living. Like, there have been a lot of studies that have been proven that the more stress you have, the unhealthier you are. So our goal is to kind of combat that, to find a solution to that exact problem. So we chose college students as our target audience for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they're really stressed. And because they're stressed, they go into some unhealthy habits that aren't good for their lifestyles. We thought our product, being a stress relief package, could definitely help that. And by having them as our target customer, what that would do is parents or like older people could see that this product is working, such as their parents. And through that means college students would almost work as advertising for us. Like, if it works for someone's kids, we believe that it's much more likely that they will do it. So the alternative to our product. Well, a lot of the time people will find their own coping mechanisms in their own life. But in some cases, these aren't good coping mechanisms. Like, we know about smoking, drinking, like constant alcohol use, constant substance abuse, right? But there are other cases where people don't even have a coping mechanism to deal with stress. So we think that it's very important that we deal with that and that we provide a product. So our competition includes Etsy, the ComBox, and the Muscle Box. So these are three areas. They're all priced from $20 to $40, but they have a couple issues, right? They don't work too well, and we'll follow into the next slide. So what we offer versus Etsy, the ComBox, Muscle Box is customization, right? In our packages, we have a lot of products that you can pick from, like a menu at a restaurant. we decided to go this route where you can check mark the boxes of what you want to have a more customizable experience. And we're also hitting on the stress relief experience, right? We found that this market was very niche. There weren't a lot of subscription boxes in it, and if there were, they weren't well put together. They weren't that customizable. And we're also looking to hit a lower price point than most of those other boxes because we want to make sure that this is affordable for everybody. So our solution is this right here. We have 3 beginner boxes that can all be customized to your personal needs, to what you need to be doing. They are meditation, slumber, and go mode. So one is for just relaxing, one is for sleeping, and go mode is the gym box that we're going to provide. And each one of these are good at what they do. You're going to be allowed a customizable experience that you pick from to cater to your needs. And at the end of the day, we're going to get our customers to maybe build some good, healthy habits that they can really use in their lifestyle. So our benefit of our product is we're going to give easy access to people in a number of areas through shipping services, right? We went through COVID. We all realized how important companies needed to have a way to get their products out. So having this around, it's going to make it easily accessible. We're also planning on a cost-efficient option. We're not going to oversell people. We're going to give you a box that's full of good stuff that you want to use, specifically catered to your usage. And at the end of the day, our main goal is to promote health and not stress. Like, we want people living better lifestyles on their day-to-day lives, period.
Thank you, Julius. As mentioned earlier, Essence of Nirvana has many advantageous benefits. One being you are not locked into one box. 2 being it connects you to other individuals using our website platform. And 3 being our box lasts the entire month, not just 1 or 2 weeks. Our marketing strategy includes competitions such as push-up competitions to support our gym box, becoming a sponsor for De-Stress Weeks, and becoming a philanthropy for Greek organizations at schools like this. Our distribution methods are packaged and handled by us, and we will sell through our website. Because we are getting our items from a manufacturer such as Alibaba, it only takes $5 to make 1 box. We sell it for $20. That's a $15 profit. It takes about $246 to get 100 units for 100 boxes. Income from selling 100 boxes nets $2,000. $2,000 minus the cost of resupply of $246 leaves $1,754. Our startup needs are very basic. All we would need are some money for a startup, storage or warehouse space, and a domain name for the website. And finally, our ask is just as basic. We ask for money for the supplies to purchase items. We ask for networking to connect with other individuals who sell products. And we ask for mentorship to help us guide us in the right path.
Thank you so much, Essence of Nirvana. Please come to the front for 5 minutes of Q&A with the judges. Take it away, judges.
So congratulations for getting this far. Thank you for going first. How are you going to reach your customers?
Besides the normal posters and social media, we want to connect to college students through Greek organizations. There's a Greek meeting gathering going on right now, and we can sponsor the events. We can provide products to help them de-stress throughout their Greek lives.
Have you broken down the individual components that are going to go into the box?
Yes.
By level? And do you know like how much overhead or any other additional margin requirements you might need outside of shipping products to you to then put in the box? Have you considered all those different levels?
We considered every aspect except for the amount of time it will take to get the products.
Okay.
To start up a box subscription service requires very little overhead, and with the help of Incubator Works and the storage space, we'll be able to supply that.
So what does success look like? I mean, if you got everything on your wish list, what does success look like?
A decent side business to help others. No way we plan on getting rich, but a couple dollars extra a month would be more than enough.
How many different products go into the box?
12 to 15. The box is 4 weeks. There's about 4 weeks in a month. You'll get 2 items per section, which will be your scents, your candles. So in college, you can either get a weed candle, you can get lotions, or you can get a traditional candle because we can't have fire. So we came with other alternative options. And then you get 2 surprise items for that box.
We wanted to make sure that we hit on perceived value really well, to make sure that you got a nice full box that you would really enjoy.
I mean, I missed it in your cost breakdown, but what of postage? How do you manage, variable costs there?
Because we're able to ship several items and get a large amount of revenue, we were going to provide free shipping. So there wasn't going to be a postage charge.
So by buying in bulk, we were hoping to offset that cost, because sometimes you can get a discount by buying larger amounts of items.
How many staff members do you think you need to assemble I think your goal was maybe a first 100 boxes? How many people do you think you need to do that?
To assemble 100 boxes. So there'll be a cutoff date somewhere half of the month. So approximately it will take no more than 3 people, myself, Julius, and another associate of ours who did the box design.
And they order through an online platform?
Yes.
Do you have a plan to build that platform?
Yes, we were in the works of using Wix.com to make a website.
Okay.
Any other questions, judges? All right, fantastic. Oh, yep, go right ahead.
Julius insisted that we played a little TikTok skit that she made.
Do you have that, Brian?
Well, you worked so hard on it, we had to use
For
it.
the judges' benefit, of course, this is what we're doing.
Hi, my name is Julius Kortagowski.
Guide us in the right path.
Gee willikers, I'm so stressed out from school. My grades are dropping. Oh my god, where's my vape? Where's my beer? Where's my vape?
Hey man, you don't need a vape, you don't need a beer. I used to be just like you until I found Essence of Nirvana. For only $20 a month, you get 15 items for either sleep, meditation, or the gym, where they turn your distress into eustress. Check them out.
Essence of Nirvana? 12 to 15 items a month? For only 20 bucks? Wow, man. I'll check them out. Thanks. Yeah, my card. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Thank you, Kashana and Julius.
Hi, my name is Julius.
All right, so team number 2, we have PFN, Personal Finance Now. This is Ryan and Andrew. Academic mentor, Jason Morrison, and industry mentor, John Carmen.
Today is Black Monday, the day the Dow dropped more than 500 points.
The signs were everywhere, but now it's official, we are in a recession. Historic closing, down 10%.
Americans owe a record amount on their credit cards as inflation makes it hard for many to pay off their balances.
Gee, Ryan, my income taxes are due. I don't know how to invest in this market. I have a mountain of student loans.
Andrew, calm down. What if I told you that there's a new, fun, easy way to learn about all of this?
There is?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. PFN is here to save you money. PFN is currently in its alpha stage of development. Here's a quick tour of the site. We are a gamified personal financial education tool primarily contracting with financial counseling services and schools. Of course, an individual will be able to use our service too. We have questions, articles on current events, and our paper trading simulator where our users can practice investments and earn rewards. PFN will launch as a website, however, we'll have iOS and Google Play support within 5 years. We will sell for $5.99 a month per users or a discounted package through institutional clients.
We primarily market to financial counseling companies and schools. Our main customer base will be from 18 to 24 years old, as they are new to the financial world and most susceptible to predatory practices, high rates, and risky investments. In year 1, we will allow customers to demo our service as we believe in our product and we believe the customer will too. This allows us to easily market to counseling companies or schools as they can try it for free for a year. We will use traditional forms of marketing such as personal selling, print media, and website ads.
Fortunately, PFN is a pioneer in what it is doing, and most financial education companies don't relate to us. However, our main ones would be MarketWatch and Investopedia. However, both of these companies are catered towards professional investors and traders. PFN is focused on the average person. PFN will be much cheaper than our competitors as well, creating an excellent value for our customer. Why may a user want our service? Well, that's easy. It will be an easy-to-access website with scaling vocabulary for the user's age. Our service will provide a layout on investments, taxes, and loans. Our software is fun and rewarding to use. And although some economists might say there's no free lunch, PFN is the closest thing you can get with very low prices. Here's a quick glimpse of a user going through the Bonds Basics course on pfn.com. They learn concepts as well as how it can be applied to the world and are checked on their knowledge along the way. When users complete the course, they will complete a cumulative test on the concept. If the user scores 80 or above, they will get a badge along with a scaling cash reward. The user will then be able to use that reward in our paper trading software where they can invest with play money. After all, this is a pitch competition, and I believe that there are 3 main factors that give our business an edge. We operate off a high profit margin. We have a low startup cost, and I believe we can achieve efficient growth through our first 5 years. Here's our 5-year profit projection without taxes or unforeseen expenses. In year 1, we'll have an initial startup of $50,000 and go under that year in order to market our product. Within the first 5 years, we believe our app will launch, and that will cost around $100,000 to launch. However, we believe it will increase our user growth by 50%, making our earnings go up dramatically. So what's next for PFN? We expect a continuous growth with our user base. We hope to launch our app within the first 3 years. We could add options for different audience, such as FINRA practice exams or stock analysis packages for the astute investor.
How are we going to do it? Through personal investments and possible commercial loans. We also could use the AHA winnings. So why would someone invest in PFN, Ryan?
Well, it's simple. I just tell them our mission statement. And our mission is to provide top-notch financial education at a low cost, allowing our customers to have a better outlook on the future. Thank you, judges, competitors, and audience. We've had a great time, and I look forward to seeing everybody's presentation.
Thank you, PFN.
Is your site already live or is it in like a UAT?
So that site that was demoed on our presentation, that was just for this competition, so you could get a better idea of what we're doing. The real site will have much better graphics, a better interface, just a better experience for the user. Also a lot more features than what you saw on there.
Could you describe more about the, so you mentioned there's this kind of education package, but what of the investment package and what of your cut of that? I didn't quite see that in your cost analysis.
So the user will have access to pretty much any information set in the topic of finance. They'll learn stocks, bonds, even derivatives along the way. They'll learn about loans, taxes. In terms of our paper trading, that's just a way for the user to have a reason to learn.
Practice.
Yeah, they could practice their investments without having the risk of not knowing what you're doing and losing all your money through these stocks or bonds.
Oh, it's just a practice,
Yes.
just
Yeah,
a simulator. Okay.
We aren't a real brokerage. It's just a simulation for people to gain experience.
And learn.
Okay.
So you talked about you're going to be cheaper than the competition. And my question is, what allows you to be cheaper than your competition?
We're not trying to be a billion-dollar company. We're trying to provide this education at a low price. So if we are cheap, it makes, we're trying to market to high schoolers, these counseling companies. They're not going to want our service if it's very expensive. I think that a cheap price will just create many more customers for us.
So the software is predominantly an educational tool.
Yes.
That's the first layer there. Then beyond that, the marketing strategy. I mean, when people graduate, hypothetically from the program, the idea is that you are feeding them into other financial institutions, like maybe an Ameritrade or stock banking, financial planning, whatever that might be. Have you considered the opportunity of making this, partnering this with government agencies, public schools? And is that something that you're interested in, could be passionate about? Or is it predominantly college, new finance?
Yeah, really, we would like to, like I mentioned in our finances slide, we're offering the product for free to schools and these counseling services for a year for them to try it. Because I don't think that, especially schools, we've learned that they're not really looking to add huge expenses for this. However, we do believe in the product, and we think if we offer at least a year, our plan would be to let Alfred Almond High School use it for free for the first year, give surveys to our users, how their experience is, what we could change. And then from there, we would just push it forward with $5.99 a month per user.
Something that you did that I liked is you talked about direct sales. And it's so often that we see student ventures, they say, oh, we're just going to market through social media. So tell me about the direct sales and what does that mix look like?
Yeah, so we would go to these companies, say, here's what we have. You can try it for a year. And I think that the direct sales really puts a face to us. It's not just some random company on the other side of the world. We're gonna be honest up front. This is what we have. Here's how we think it can affect your students, your customers, your clients. And I think direct selling will really have really add a personal effect to our marketing plan. We will have like banner webs on websites, print media, traditional stuff like that. However, we do want to focus on direct selling.
Do you think, sorry,
No, go ahead.
is that direct selling, is that the main focus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, to credit counseling, financial advising, schools, colleges.
What's your overhead like? Like, what do you need to do this?
So with our website, we're going to do it through a third party in order to provide the best product for our customer. We think that will cost around $10,000 to $20,000, and then we need consulting, lawyers, other financial experts. Our app is what's going to be pretty expensive. We would push that if we have a successful product. In order to develop that third party and really have something we're proud of, it'll be around $100,000. And other than that, there may be unforeseen expenses that we don't know about, but we won't need office space. We won't need too many employees. It'll be low cost.
So how do you protect your product and your brand?
That would also have to be something we discuss with our lawyers. We could get perhaps trademarks on our product, patents, things like that. Unfortunately, it is universal. Finance is universal. A lot of what you can see is where you can get it anywhere. However, with our service, we put it in a way that the user can understand. Like a 17-year-old doesn't need to have all these huge words thrown at them, just basic, help them.
Great, and we are at time for questions. So thank you, Ryan and Andrew. All right, number 3 team, Constructabyte from Alfred State College. Students Jennifer, Daniel, and Cameron, academic mentor Dr. Riza Yahala, and industry mentor Michelle Engarto. And take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Mio, and I'm here with Cameron Burnett and Daniel Kyle, and we are the founders of Constructabyte, a fiber optic monitoring system for construction safety technology. The problem Constructabyte is facing is excavation and trench collapses, growing to become the leading cause of death on construction sites, where trench collapses are rarely survivable but completely preventable. The causes of trench collapses and fatalities are 1, faulty risk perception, where site workers are underestimating the risk of collapses, and there's a neglect of site maintenance and a neglect to properly put protection on trenches. Time pressures are also leading companies to create shortcuts, costing lives in turn, and economic pressures are forcing jobs to be completed cheaply, leading to inadequate incentive to promote worker safety. Our solution is a device equipped with fiber optic software that will consistently monitor hazardous disturbances within the soil of excavation sites. The fiber optic cable will be placed in the soil on the perimeter of the excavation area. Light pulses are transmitted through the cable, bouncing back to the sensor, where the interrogator processes the signals into mathematical outputs, sending the data and passing it on to workers on site.
So our product is marketed toward construction contracting companies, including contracting companies of all sizes for all types of job sites. And applications where the safety technology will be most useful include trenching, foundation excavations, and public infrastructure projects such as roadways, construction sites, and pipelines. So some of the benefits that our product will provide is that it will have the ability to measure soil moisture content, soil deformation, and shear of soil before the excavation even begins. The ability to monitor construction sites in real time while off-site is also available within our product. So why is Constructabyte a good choice for you? We aim to lower fatality rates, which in turn will decrease insurance costs. This will provide a cost-effective solution that is easy to set up and dismantle and tailored to your specific client needs.
Let's talk about distributors. We plan on collaborating with Corning Incorporated and electric companies in New York State. in an NDA agreement. The reason why we are partnering with Corning Incorporated is because they already have an extensive catalog of optical solutions already. New York Electric Company also does the installation for fiber optic cables, which makes them the most optimal partners to work with. Into the market and the cost. So there are currently no innovation that provide a warning system for trench workers. Our market is targeted specifically towards work site safety. More importantly, trench workers. So in order to get to this, we had to crunch a few numbers. Our average product production cost is around $6,200. Our average retail cost would cost you around $8,000 to $9,000, which gives us a startup cost of $37,000. After doing a few more calculations, we are able to make a profit margin of $46,250 a year if we attack 10% of job sites in New York State. Constructabyte's goal is to increase workplace safety. We want workers to leave the job site the same way they came in one piece. And in order to do that, we provide 24/7 site and worker connections, so workers will know what's going on in or around their site at all times. Then they are also able to take this information and store it into the cloud, which is packaged in with our fiber optic cable solution. Now we would like to say thank you for listening to our presentation, and also thank you to our industry mentor, Michelle, and also to our faculty advisor, Dr. Reza.
Go Constructabyte!
Thank you, everyone. So one thing we'd also like to add is our ask for this product we would use prize money and any other financial things that would be given to us to apply for a patent for our product, to get industry investors involved in our product and the technology that we're going to need to use. And then also we would like to start purchasing materials and get our product off the ground. Thank you.
So if I can start then, have you applied for a patent already on the concept?
Not currently, no.
Have you done a search?
For products similar to this?
Yeah, Google patent search. Have you looked at?
Yeah, we've looked at some of the available patents that are available.
Okay. And you fit outside of what you think is out there?
Yes, we've done extensive research on this product, and so far we haven't been able. There's products that are able to monitor things that are similar to this, such as in like structural formwork and monitoring a building's actual infrastructure, but we haven't seen anything that's specifically tailored toward monitoring monitoring soil conditions itself.
So this might be outside my scope as a judge, but I would encourage you to do that as soon as possible. Since we're broadcasting on YouTube. So.
UB Law Center will help.
Yeah. Do you have a prototype?
No, we do not have a prototype.
So you talked about large and small construction companies as your customers. I'm just curious, what do you think is the distinction between those and the way that they'll buy from you and the ways that they'll use your product?
Well, that's a very good question. Earlier this week, we went on a site visit with Professor Reza, and we went to the Franksville, where they are currently building a cheese manufacturing plant. As you probably don't know, that this plant is about 75 acres wide. And as we took a tour, we actually discovered some safety issues that did occur on the site. They had a 50 by 50 precast concrete wall fall on the site already. So that took a extensive amount of investigation, which takes money away from the job as well. And they also stated that it takes about $7,000 to $8,000 away from the project every day that they have to postpone. So we figured if we can shrink that investigation date, would also shrink the price. They would also have to pay in late fees. To determine a big and small site, we would first get the proximity of a site. So a small site on average is around 19,000 square feet. And if we can apply 30% of our fiber cavers to the site, it would cover around 75 feet of that area. So that would be based on proximity with square footage.
Does a site need more than one of these kits? Like, are you, wherever you're building, does it move around the site, or do you have to put in multiple $8,000 kits per site?
So the interior unit we were talking about, that is able to measure a large portion of the site.
Okay.
So you probably only need a few, one or two maybe for a larger site, and for a smaller site, you'd only probably need one. So it's that kind of short investment. That's not really huge.
Are you concerned about any risk that you would take on with your product, right? So if you make a claim that it will, monitor and detect soil erosion, and it doesn't, are you prepared to protect yourselves from those types of lawsuits?
I think we're going to have to put reparations into place to deal with that, but I think in order to prevent that becoming an issue, that will be our research and our testing, so that way we can create a product that isn't going to fail on site.
Yeah, we definitely want to reach out to some insurance companies and get some information from them so we could work with them with our product and provide backup for ourselves as well.
I think it's a good idea to provide, like, this is not a question, just provide a cost of good as liability so that you are putting that in the price and that you can, prepare for that, because the price seems very good. I don't know what else needs to go in there. I don't know anything about the product really, but there's some non-tangibles. I think liability would be a big one because it's a massive site potentially. Yes.
So I was admittedly surprised you don't have a prototype. Do you have, and you don't have to explain it to the room or the audience here, but do you have a working knowledge of the underlying principles, physical principles of your sensor?
Of like how the fiber optic cables would work.
Or how the sensor works with the fiber optic system?
Well, when it's installed, it'd be installed on the perimeter of the excavation sites. And so the sensors and the fiber optic cables, they send light pulses through the fiber optic cables, which in turn bounce back to the sensor and then are read through the interrogator, which puts digestible information to the contractors and the workers on site. So that's how the entire system would work within itself.
Is there an actual meter, like a sound that you hear with this, or does this have to be monitored at a separate location? Like if there's a contractor here, is there a siren on site that you would hear, or do you monitor data and then recognize, okay, this is the numbers going in the wrong direction, stop?
Yeah, we would have a system in place that if the readings are saying that something bad is happening on site, that it would immediately put out that signal and alert workers and contractors to either avoid it or people who need to go there and fix it to go fix it.
Oh, one more, and then we'll be at time. Go ahead, Tom.
Tell me about the competition.
We currently don't have any competition besides people on site monitoring trenches.
There is some companies that we've seen that use this for protection, as far as security detection, where somebody could walk over the fiber optic cord cable. But as far as Cam said, there's nothing that's applied to our specific need.
All right, and that's a wrap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we are at team number 4. This is Trunk Space with Alfred University. Artem and Joseph, academic mentor Dr. Teresa Gunn, and industry mentor Jack McGowan.
Are you tired of eating the same old cafeteria food? Do you wish you could have your favorite restaurant meals delivered right to your doorstep?
Introducing Trunk Space, the all-new convenient delivery service exclusively for university students. With Trunk Space, you could order from any one of your favorite local restaurants, and we'll bring the food to you. No more waiting in long lines or rushing to grab a quick bite before class. Add some variety to your diet with delicious meals from the best restaurants in town. Order now and taste the difference with Trunk Space.
Hello, my name is Joseph Pietro.
And my name is Artem Kolesnichenko, and we're presenting Trunk Space.
And the problem we're solving is that there are no delivery services that deliver food from restaurants inside of Alfred, New York. And our customers is the student and faculty of Alfred State College and Alfred University. It is convenient for the customers because they don't need to leave their room or their office to get a food. They can just order it and wait for it. What are the alternatives we have? The only alternative in the area we have is Instacart. But the issue is they do not deliver food from their restaurants. The only thing they deliver is groceries, and we are going to be delivering food from the restaurants to the room of hungry clients. The solution that we're bringing is that we will be delivering from all the restaurants of Alfred, and we will be doing the late night delivery service. It will be operating from 9 to 1 a.m.
As Artem said, this is the only option when trying to get restaurant delivery services straight to your dorm as an Alfred University student or an Alfred State student. We offer late night delivery, weekend delivery, and a wide range of restaurants all throughout the Alfred area. We plan on advertising in multiple ways, through hard print copies, email marketing, social media, radio, and even newspapers. We have a group of dedicated students to help us make media to post on social media. And through all these means, we hope to get the word out to as many students as possible. The way that we're going to distribute this product is through our website and our mobile app. It's going to act as a middle ground between our customers and our deliverers. And it's going to connect customers with delivery people and make sure that orders get delivered on time and as fresh as possible. Our cost and revenue is based on a 5-day work week, where we plan to make an estimated 7 to 10 orders per day. After factoring in our cost, which would mainly be our website hosting, website and app development, and our driver and courier fees, we plan to make a profit of over $400 a month. So what do we need for the startup? We need a team. We need to get a team put together for the website development, the website hosting, and also to fulfill the orders around Alfred, New York. We also need thermal bags, which will help us keep the food as hot or as cold as possible for the most pleasurable experience for our customers. Also, we need a website, which is going to facilitate all of the orders and connect our customers with our deliverers. Then we need money to make this all possible. We are going to use this money to expand our idea and to promote it online through influencers. Also, a large portion of this will go towards developing an app for both iPhone and Android. This will give a smoother experience for both the customer and our delivery drivers.
So what do we know about why Uber Eats and the others aren't operating in Alfred yet?
We think that it's because of a lack of chain restaurants. They tend to go for more bigger corporations, and that is just not the type of places that exist at Alfred. So our main target would be those smaller places that we know around the town.
Have you spoken to local restaurants to see if this is something that they would be interested in participating in?
So initially, we plan on operating separate from them and just calling in orders or sending them orders without them even knowing that we exist. But we plan, as we expand, to communicate with them, maybe get different packaging and a more tailored experience for our customers specifically.
We also have some networking and contacts of some local restaurants in Alfred because the students work there and we possibly know the students and the owners of some restaurants.
What about driving distance? Do you have the...
So we were going to confine all of the orders to Alfred. So keeping the driving distance within 1 to 2 miles from restaurant to dorm. And we are also going to focus on late night deliveries. So times when the food halls may be closed and it's a little bit harder to get your hands on some late night snacks. So those projections were based on 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning. So 4 hours of operation for 5 days a week, which is how we came up with that estimated 7 to 10 orders a day.
And the gas with that is contained, the cost for the gas is contained within that radius?
So the cost for the gas is going to be handled by our delivery drivers, and we are going to pay them hourly. So it's not so much going to be waiting around for an order. It's going to be somebody's on the shift for 2 hours and they're going to get X amount per hour.
And with expanding, we're planning to expand to the Cornell, which is going to allow us to deliver from more restaurants, from more popular options such as Burger King, McDonald's, Applebee's, and it's going to be working the same. We're going to be collecting X amount of orders, and it's X time we're going to deliver them to the rooms of students.
And with that comes a higher delivery fee because we have to drive more distance.
How are you thinking about competition? What is the competition?
So there is a competition, Instacart, as we said, but they don't deliver.
Just groceries, right?
Only groceries, yeah. We tried to deliver groceries, they delivered groceries, but we're planning to do the same thing for restaurants, and possibly we will include groceries because as well as we did a lot of askings of students and no one knows for Instacart for some reason, so possibly we can even try to do the grocery deliveries as well.
We also plan to give like a personal experience. So it's not just like a big corporation that you're ordering from. Like it's a company made at your school by the people that you go to school with for you, both for getting food and making money. This is going to be run by students of the schools to fulfill the orders. So you can make a few extra bucks with this tip.
And as Joe said, it's going to be made by students for students, and we're planning to do the marketing through the social media as Instagram, TikTok. We're planning to do interesting, interacting videos with students on the campuses and post them so that people would know about us, as well as TikTok algorithms work. Usually they start promoting for people who are in the same area as far as I know. So when we'll start posting interesting and engaging videos, people will start to know about us on both campuses.
Something that I don't think I'm connecting in my head, hopefully you can help me here. So you talked about what you think is keeping the Uber Eats and the DoorDashes out of Alfred is the lack of national chains here. But then some of the examples you were using for like the restaurants that you'll deliver from, you were citing Applebee's and Burger King. So what am I missing?
Yes, so there is an Applebee's and McDonald's and more restaurants in Cornell, but it's 10 miles from here, so it's 20 miles in total. And I believe that Uber Eats and DoorDash, they don't work with this business model, and they probably wouldn't be able to deliver. And as well as they would probably struggle to find workers for the service in this area because there are not that many people, and there would not be that many people ordering because there should be marketing for a specific area, and we would be hiring students to deliver the orders and promoting within students.
From Cornell to Alfred?
Yeah, but this is going to be in future. Right now, we're only focusing on Alfred to start.
Okay.
So while there's some similarities between Trunk Space, great name, by the way.
Thank you.
And Uber Eats, there's, I believe, software, the app, could encroach on some of their IP. Have you figured out how to distinguish your software, your app, from your competition, even though they're not here in the area? But how might your...
So initially, we obviously don't have the same level of technology as they do. So we were just going to fulfill the orders through a website, and then all the back end was going to be handled by a person like Artem, and then calling into a delivery driver just to see if this was a viable idea. But past those testing stages, we have not considered how that might encroach on other people's current softwares. But I think that with the endless amount of technology that we can create something that is different, but still going to operate in a way that makes sense.
And that's our time for Q&A. So thank you, Artem, and thank you, Joseph. We will give them a few minutes to head out the door for their photo and interview, and then it is our 10-minute intermission. Thank you.
You want us to? Whatever, no. I don't know.
Let's do it.
So you're in the candle business?
Yes.
How'd you end up doing this?
We're gonna bring this here for this next half, just because it sounds like I'm not for 10 minutes as well. Okay.
Yeah. So that's funny about that candle business.
I bet.
Too long or too short based on the issue position. So I'm just like, I do all the time. Yeah, that's fine. You just have to. He doesn't necessarily know.
Would you want to use your phone? Would that be helpful?
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can figure it out. Yeah.
Is it broken or not?
No, it is. I'm
Just to make it easier on you.
too slow-witted to figure out how to use it here. What? What? No, no, I've lost it in my own pocket.
Yeah, I've done that right.
Yeah.
Now, you're,
She's at point? Okay.
Fair enough, yeah. No, it's an interesting concept.
I think, yeah, because we realized.
No one can hear us.
Yeah, because we were thinking we put you all in a row, but it makes sense. Spread out. So that's gonna work, that second mic.
It's not an issue if we give them the mic over the podcast. It didn't sound like it was picking up as much. So appreciate that.
Oh, it'll pick up.
Yeah.
Is it on?
It is on.
Do we want to wait till? Well, I guess might it interfere with? Okay.
I think you're going to control it once they start asking questions.
So just like, yeah, I guess it's an on, we can see it's one way around.
Okay. I'm watching my kids compete.
Oh, well, thank you for being here and I can.
Nursing.
For now, again, this semester I'm gonna change it. But for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's just kind of hard to score in real time.
Oh, absolutely. I saw you taking lots of notes.
Yeah, yeah.
And we do have you.
Yeah. Can I get access to it now?
You can get access to it now, so you don't have this.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So I'll have a chance to kind of My, okay. Good. Yeah.
So what do you think? I know you won't mention it.
Yeah, no. So I didn't go to the judging last year. I watched it online, but I like this experience as well. No, the kids have some really good ideas.
I'm excited to see how it works.
Yeah, there's a missed opportunity there. So there's like a nursing college there too. No.
Yeah, this was, the members from CCC and the CG was and then back then, the only now that he comes to stay, it's
The hospital has a it's a nursing school.
yeah, that's
So,
definitely what goes to see her.
Is QCode participating?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you go one side, I'll go the other.
Excellent. No, I think that's great. Yeah, that's good. Fantastic.
Yeah, we have 11 teams signed up, so I'm hoping they'll all stay. Then, but we have 11 teams, so, yeah. You can probably tell. I love it. I mean, this one as well, obviously. I'm helping him out as much as possible.
Fantastic.
It's interesting. I'm just thinking.
So you have a new marketing. You have a new. You talked to the Nirvana guys, like distribute some of your.
A lot of people can do graphics. To me, it's top of the pyramid.
Yeah, there's.
So I think like usually the company don't want to give it to that space.
I do a lot of subscription operations.
No.
It's definitely like gym, usually mail subscription gyms. It's like super, muscle and like to have something that's more wellness, like does not exist.
That's pretty cool. Love the hook there.
Yeah. So like the reverse membership program, I was like, oh my God, how good of a deal is it?
Yeah.
No idea how to from an outsider.
Yeah, but they
Get in there. Even if you don't know
but
how
your
it works
question about
yet.
the prototype, that was flattening there. I was like,
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed stretching your legs. I'm glad to see that the sun is still shining outside. We will have a few people still filtering in as we get going, but I think we are ready for team number 5. Team number 5 is Sound Consulting LLC from Houghton University. This is Matt, Mary, and Jack. Academic mentor, Dr. Alex Wright, and industry mentor, Bryant Myers.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mary.
I'm Jake. And I'm Matt. And we are Sound Consulting. So what does SOUND stand for? Sustainability, which is providing solutions which promote stewardship and green solutions. Opportunity, which is building the foundation for innovative solutions. Utilization, which is problem solving while getting the most out of the resources that you have. Nurturing, which is fostering growth with resilient property management techniques. And dynamic, which makes sure any course of action is a long-term solution.
As many of us know, agriculture is a difficult industry to be a part of, and securing healthy and workable land is no easy task. We also know that many young farmers and ranchers who do not own their own land are unsure of what plot to purchase or the potential of that area. This is where Sound Consulting comes in. Our mission is to provide innovative, sustainable, and effective solutions to enhance the productivity, profitability, and sustainability of our clients' properties. This is through implementing cutting-edge technologies to build competitive advantages for farmers while delivering regardless of the complexity of the project. Together at Sound Consulting, we are committed to the growth, success, and security of the agriculture industry.
Our goal is to reach both current and prospective landowners who are seeking to learn how to invest in their land and repurpose it. Through services we offer, we are able to showcase the profitability off of the land that they currently own or are looking to purchase. Specifically, we are targeting existing landowners looking to repurpose property, future landowners looking to understand the value of potential property holds, and those looking to expand the acreage which they already own. The services we offer include a soil and water baseline panel, sustainable energy outlooks, land surveying and GIS mapping, vegetation surveys, archaeology background research, and mapping. These services will be distributed in the form of individual or package bundles depending on our client's needs. As our customer, the advantage of choosing Sound Consulting comes in the form of accurate property outlooks, understanding of capabilities, and ease of mind when purchasing or trying to get the most out of a property which you already own. The benefit to our customer is that we can handle the work and provide them with a uniform outlook, saving them time, money, and resources.
Looking further at the benefits from our services, the Soil and Water Baseline Panel is designed to provide farmers with data that has assessed the current state of their soil and water in order to manage their land and water resources to lead to higher crop yields, better soil health, and increased profitability. The Sustainable Energy Outlook calculates the energy potential of the property to see the outlook of renewable energy sources such as solar and wind. Agriculture Business Consulting provides our clients with a better understanding of market trends and consumer preferences in order to develop effective business strategies and optimize operations. Land surveying and GIS mapping supplies farmers with accurate information about their land resources. Through leveraging the latest tech like GIS mapping and drones, we can help farmers with their land use and improve overall productivity. The Vegetation Survey provides farmers with a comprehensive assessment of these plant species and vegetation that cover their land. By understanding the diversity and distribution of plant species on their land, farmers can optimize their crop yields and promote soil health. Archaeological background research and mapping gives farmers valuable insights into the history and cultural significance of their land. Through this, farmers can develop a deeper appreciation for the cultural and historical significance of their operations.
Looking at our cost of startup, we would need to purchase surveying equipment, licenses, a drone, general equipment for all of our other services, a company work van, an archaeology kit, and a metal detector, tallying up to a total cost of $66,115. Next, looking at our sales and revenue using a 3-year financial outlook based off of our hourly charge for services and simple financial projections based off of 7 hours per service, which is a day's work, while averaging 4 jobs per service a month shows $139,440 for revenue in our first year, $149,520 in our second, and $157,920 in our third. We were as conservative as possible when coming to these numbers. Next, looking at our expenses, we see an annual cost of goods sold of $20,000 with annual operating expenses of $14,120 and annual debt payments of $14,340, figuring in our vehicle and business loans. Our 3-year operating expense and cost of goods sold outlook shows an expected increase of 10% per year. Thank you for your time, and we hope that you consider investing in Sound Consulting so that we can help transform the agriculture industry of tomorrow.
Hello. So, sorry, did I cut you off?
No, I was gonna.
I'm sorry. So, looking at the financials quickly that I think I saw on the slide, I don't think I saw anything for payroll, and I'm curious if you can fill me in on that.
Yeah, so we would each be private contractors for the company, and it's an LLC. So our plans with the financials there is that we would split the net profits amongst each other, and then on top of that, we plan to save 10% of our yearly profit into our bank account for unexpected purchases as well as our future development.
Are you all doing the work? Like, is someone going to school to be a surveyor and taking all the licensing that needs to go with that? Or are you subcontracting?
So we have a combination of that. So I personally, I'm a biology major. And so a part of that, I have had GIS classes, as well as I'm a New York State sediment and erosion control. I'm certified within that. And I'm also getting my drone license. So I'm taking care of a lot of the more like mapping and GIS work, as well as just soil and water baseline survey. And then Jake and Matt are both getting their business degrees. So they're going to help a lot more with like the agriculture business consulting aspect of that. And then specifically on the soil aspect, we'd be working with the Cornell Soil Lab to help them provide us with the actual data, and then we can translate into revenue and other ways that the landowner can use that.
Do farmers do these things now without consultation?
There's an aspect of that. So I personally have worked with our soil and water districts in Western New York crop management, and they have a variety of these some types of services, but they're also very dependent on policy because they're grant-based applications. And so that takes many years, and you have to be planning 2, 3, 4 years in advance. And what our service offers is not just for farmers themselves, but personal landowners. So if you have a piece of property and you're looking to understand its soil health or energy outlook, if you wanted to put solar on your land as a renewable energy source, we can give you that aspect as well. So not only is it taking what current farmers are doing, but applying that into the broader perspective of other landowners as well.
I would like to add to that currently there are larger organizations that do something similar to this, but their prices are very high. And we're trying to meet the needs of Allegheny County farmers at first. So we actually cut the cost of most of these services to a third. So that can offer us, when we plan to meet with the Small Business Development Center to assess some of our financials and make sure the prices which we are charging are correct and profitable for us as well, but also approachable by some of these smaller farmers in Allegheny County and landowners. So we cut that price, like I mentioned, into a third. We look to extend that price a little bit higher if possible, but our number one concern is helping these farmers secure the agriculture industry. I know right now it's kind of an area of it's uncertain, the industry. So we want to bring certainty to the industry and try and transform the agricultural industry of tomorrow.
I think once we expand, I think after 3 years, we'll look at our prices and what we have, and we would go out and try to expand to the eastern coast a little bit more. And as we get to different areas, I think we would adjust our price based on the area of where we are in the United States.
Who's your competition?
So our competition is not only like the agencies that are already working on this now, but our competition is just those that have not combined all their resources. So our goal is to showcase that you yourself as a landowner can be sustainable and you can manage your land well. So we're going to compete against other agencies, and however, we're going to offer them with a new source of revenue, and we're going to offer them with a way to repurpose their already existing land or future land.
Is the service that you provide a package? We were talking about your competition as maybe being an individual agency. Is your service packaging all of that so you're like a one-stop shop, or how is it different?
We mentioned in our video that it's all about meeting our clients' needs. So we're offering bundles for larger clients, but we're also offering, because we understand a prospect, it's somebody who already owns their land, might not want to test their soil and water, but they might want a solar outlook. So we're there to offer them a solar outlook without charging them for things that they don't necessarily need. So opportunity costs are in our mind, but we also want to make sure that we're keeping in mind our customers' opportunity costs as well.
So kind of interesting the way that you put it together. You're going to split the profits essentially. And so first question, is that 1/3, 1/3, 1/3?
Yes.
Okay.
We all plan to bring a equitable amount of work and development towards this organization.
Fair enough. So second part of my question, when are you folks graduating?
I'm graduating in May with Mary, and Matt, actually, it's his first year.
Okay. Congratulations. So when you graduate, you're going to have an opportunity cost. You'll have other job opportunities out there. And so I'm curious, how are you going to know that this is worth your time?
For me, it's not all about the monetary thing. And for us, we've grown up in smaller counties and we've seen farmers and their struggles. And our main goal is to help these farmers. That I work at Duncan in Dalton. It's a small rural town, and I see farmers every single day. And I've built this connection with them. So it's more important and fulfilling for me to help these farmers in transforming this industry and benefiting them in all ways possible. So for me, like to round about that answer, is I would rather go into this field than go into another field where I'm working in a routine and I don't feel like there's a lot of purpose to my work.
Also, to add on to that, I would say we have the 3 years because I'm going to graduate in 3 years and I live in North Carolina. So that's when the expansion could happen. We'll start here, and then once I graduate, I could go down to North Carolina and start expanding down south in the southern areas of the United States.
Great, and that's all questions for now. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, we have team number 6, Alfred Art Commission. This is Alfred University, Franme, Burlington, Tucker, James, Amoy, with academic mentor William Shibuya and Zach Schneider as the industry mentor.
Hi. People in Alfred enjoy and need art, but it's not easy for them to receive art that meets their needs both quickly enough or securely enough.
We're the Alfred Art Commission. We're a local secure service that's perfect for Alfred. We're a website connecting clients to artists. There will be a form to fill out describing what they want in their art piece, and we'll find an artist that can complete their request.
My name is Lloyd Charles. I'm a first-year marketing major.
I'm Tucker Jones. I'm a first-year marketing student at Alfred University.
Hi, I'm Arlington Walker. I'm a first-year business administration major.
Hello, my name is Randy Mattel Tapia. I'm a first year and I'm majoring in business administration.
Hi, my name is James. I'm a first year at Alfred University, and my major is business.
Our customers are Alfred University students who want to decorate their dorms. It could be students who want to have cool designs on shirts, alumni who need designs for college events. The Fiat Lux newspaper uses art covers, and clubs need art to promote their sports and events. We could also appeal to art students who specialize in one medium and want something in the other, or people who just want to support artists. Our alternatives are Fiverr, Etsy, AI Art, and Patreon. The client could also go straight to the artist, but that's difficult.
In addition to receiving cool art, they get the satisfaction of helping an art student. For example, alumni can help a person whose shoes they were once in. Our service is more personal than the bigger commission services. We give an advantage over our competition by being local. This Art Commission benefits Alfred University by attracting more students to the university. We want to provide recognition for the Alfred University's art program while also contributing to our art students.
We plan on distributing our product through a multitude of ways, depending on the customer. Local customers can come pick up their art from us. Far customers or customers from a greater distance will be able to receive their art through the post office. Customers will be able to go to our website and fill out a form saying what they would like, where they will be connected from an artist to work out the specifics. We'll make money by taking a percentage from the commission of the art piece and then giving the rest to the artist. We'll charge based on the piece, as every piece will be different, with a few exceptions from presets. The client will pay for it based on our payment system from our website, where we take cards. But if you are a student at Alfred, you will be able to work out a cash payment. What will our cost be? Well, you see, we have 4 sections, services that we provide. We have the painter, we have the ceramics artist, and we have the digital artist and the pencil artist. All of them will require different supplies depending on what quality we want, but for now, we calculate that supplies cost will be $300.47.
Startup needs. What are they? Well, our startup needs is what we need to start our website and to keep it running once we get it going. And that can range from anywhere from $23 to $49 a month.
If we were to win prize money, we could use it to expand our business, of course. We wanted to start small to build revenue. But if we were to win the money, we could expand to other forms of art and media
that we can offer as services.
Alfred University has a really great art program, and we want to demonstrate how great it is. Put some spotlight on the artists themselves. Our ceramics program is one of the greatest in the nation.
We are Alfred Art Commissions, and we are at your service.
Great concept. Bringing local arts to the masses. I think that's a pretty novel approach. Maybe I missed something. From that website, what medium would you apply some of the local artists' art? So, is it on T-shirts or coffee mugs or canvas?
It's actually, thank you for the question. It's actually all of those, because again, as it was mentioned in the video, we have for services. We have a painter, we have a pencil artist, we have a digital artist, we have a ceramic artist. So if you want a mug, you can go to the website and select ceramics artist and then request a mug or a vase, for example. Or if you want a painting to hang up on your wall, you can select a painter and ask them, for a canvas for your wall, for example.
So you're providing the supplies to your in-house artists, and then so that's kind of covering their material needs. Then is there a visual on the website, or do you just say like mug, and then you research or you give that artist the funds to start that piece, the mug, and then a client buys exactly what they see on that website? Or is it you want the work by this particular artist because you like what they do?
It's not necessarily that the customer is going to buy from the artist because they necessarily like that specific artist. It's more so that we are providing a service and they want that specific service in a sense. It's like the mug example, right? If they want a mug, they can just go to our website and receive the mug because they want the mug, not necessarily for a specific artist, just to have a good mug. And if they want to see what type of the quality of the art that the artist makes, we will put it in the website showing their portfolio, what they have made before in that profession.
How did this idea come to you?
Well, I think that's a good question. When I first applied to Alfred University, I actually applied as an art major. That's how I got accepted into the school. And the reason I switched was because my parents and I were both worried about the financial situation that could come with majoring in art. How am I going to make money? How will I secure my financials and such? And I feel that pain for other art students who may be financially struggling, because being an art major is not easy when it comes to earning money. It's not an easy business. And so I just want to give those art students an opportunity to earn money in this community.
So you're speaking my language here. So I'm skeptical about the ability, you say it's difficult for an artist to make a living, and I'm skeptical about the ability for an undergrad to pay an artist for a commission or their willingness to. So what am I missing, or prove me wrong?
Well, considering the fact that this school is number one ceramic school in the country, we are hoping at least that, we do know for sure that there are a ton of students in this school who adore art. They will definitely pay for some of this. They will definitely like to have some of this in their dorms, for example. And many of the clubs that I'm in, and many of the clubs that I'm always in, that many of our group members are in, have always talked about how they always use some sort of art for marketing and such. So we do think that a lot of people here, a lot of groups here will require art.
So I would love to talk to your parents because I have a degree in art and you can do well in your life with art. It exists.
Same, Amy, same.
So like, just give me their phone number. We'll chat. But I do agree that there's a couple of things here with what Tom was saying, that you're selling, your customer is, your client is other students, or is that open? So you have students making the work, which I completely agree. It's a great way to make cash, right? Got to eat. You're learning the skills. You're making a lot of art when you're in art school. And then, but how do you get the client? Is it students or is it people like me who just want art?
It could be students and also people like you who just want art. It's very open to everyone here in the Alfred community.
Okay. And how do you find them?
How do we find them? Can you elaborate on
Like, are you pipelining customers to a website? Yes, but how are you marketing? How are you finding your clients?
Right now, we're actually planning. At first, what we're trying to do is get the word out. A lot of our employees who are also art students, we're telling them to tell other art students to join in, to spread the word around about our company. And we're also going to be putting up posters that have QR codes that link to the website, so everyone knows. We're also Alfred University also in the website. They have announcements, so you can submit an announcement. And so we're going to submit something that advertises our Alfred, our company, and we're really going to focus on that for now.
Do you have designs for production of printing the art onto clothing or ceramics? Do you have facilities lined up for that part of your product line?
So we are going to buy the supplies for a lot of that, and thankfully the School of Art, they have a lot of spaces, free spaces that our students can use to produce anything. So they could lend the supplies, and we could go to those places for the art students to produce what they have to produce. We do have the space.
And go ahead, Bo.
No. It's just a complimentary statement that, again, yes, you're surrounded by artists, one of the premier universities, in the world, in that medium, and it's, again, a very novel concept.
Yes, and I think that's all for questions. Thank you so much. Next, we have Nudge from Alfred University. Students are Nathan and Matthew, academic mentor Jean Ellefson, and industry mentor Al Vesquez.
Hi, my name is Nathan Crosco-Miller. I'm a senior mechanical engineering student at Alfred University.
And I'm Matthew Wedzik, a current MBA student at Alfred University. And we're here to share the story of Nudge.
As students, we've all been there before, finding out an assignment was due only after seeing the 0 out of 100. It is especially frustrating when the assignment didn't even show up on your calendar. Keeping track of your classes, practices, and extracurriculars is both time-consuming and stressful. This is why we created Nudge, a calendar-sharing app designed for college students by college students. Begin by downloading the app onto your smartphone. Then, scan your group's QR code to start seeing the benefits. Watch as all of your events, meetings, and classwork automatically populate into your mobile calendar. Our calendar effortlessly displays your upcoming week with features such as color coding to help visualize your level of busyness. At Nudge, we strive to keep life simple for students.
Rather than receiving notifications about upcoming events or meetings through multiple platforms, Nudge provides an all-in-one solution for keeping track of important dates and deadlines. Students can easily view their upcoming week or month at a glance, allowing them to better plan their time and stay organized. With Nudge, students get to focus on what truly matters, achieving their goals and enjoying their college experience. Nudge is designed to be used by both educators and students, providing a streamlined solution for managing busy schedules. Educators can easily upload a class schedule to the app, which automatically places it in the students' calendars. The same goes for coaches, clubs, or even students themselves for their personal use. Automatic placement ensures that students can easily view all of their important events in one place, allowing them to stay on top of their commitments. At Nudge, we personally understand that stress can be a major impediment to student productivity, impacting our grades, focus, and mental health. By providing a simple and intuitive way to manage schedules, Nudge helps students stay on track and reduce stress. We recognize companies such as Monday and Microsoft Outlook to be competitors in the broader productivity and communication space. Nudge holds an advantage over these companies due to being designed for students' ease rather than the corporate community. Furthermore, we see opportunities to leverage the current competitive ecosystem to strengthen our platform. Nudge offers a distinct advantage by simplifying the chaos of hectic schedules, essentially functioning as a personal assistant for students. With its intuitive design and easy-to-use features, Nudge makes it effortless to manage all aspects of college life, from classes to extracurricular activities to personal commitments. As a result, we believe that our app has the potential to disrupt the market and gain significant traction among both students and educators.
Our focus at Nudge is to provide software as a service for a cloud-based app that is tailored to the needs of students. We believe that our app can be scaled to accommodate institutions of all sizes, from small colleges to large universities, and that it can be a valuable asset to educators and students alike. To generate revenue, we plan to offer a subscription-based model directly to colleges, where an annual fee is incurred based on the number of users on the platform. At Nudge, we see opportunities to generate additional revenue through business intelligence. By gathering metrics on how the app is utilized, we can provide valuable insights back to schools, such as cost-saving measures that enable schools to make informed decisions and improve their operations. We will begin by testing Nudge at Alfred University. This will allow us to collect feedback from students and make necessary improvements before we launch the app to a larger audience. During the first year of testing Nudge, we will track statistics such as user engagement and GPA increase compared to previous semesters. After collecting data from Alfred University, we will use these statistics to market the app to other colleges. These statistics will allow us to showcase the benefits of using Nudge and exemplify how it can improve college students' academic performance.
After the initial testing period, we expect the Nudge app to become profitable. Based on our projections, we estimate that charging a yearly rate of $2.99 per user, we can generate approximately $200,000 in revenue during the first year of operation. By the fifth year, we anticipate generating as much as $6.4 million in revenue. Our goal is to generate $1 million in annual recurring revenue, and we believe that this is feasible with 78 institutions using our app. As we continue to grow our user base, we will continue to explore additional revenue streams such as data analytics services to further increase our revenue and profitability. To develop the Nudge app, we plan to hire a third-party developer, which we estimate will cost between $25,000 and $50,000. We anticipate that ongoing maintenance will require approximately 30% of the initial cost. It is expected that these maintenance costs will increase with more users. In the future, we plan to hire full-time developers who can help us bring new ideas and features to the app. We expect to offer salaries that are competitive with industry standards. Any funding that we are able to raise for our business will be put towards the initial development of the app. We are thrilled about the potential impact that Nudge can have on the lives of college students. As a team, we're dedicated to creating a user-friendly and efficient app that can help simplify the chaotic nature of college schedules.
We hope that you share our enthusiasm to revolutionize the way students manage their schedules. Thank you for your time and consideration.
So just quick question then, is this actually a working demo?
No, it is not yet.
Oh,
that
okay.
is the next step.
Okay. How might you handle privacy?
Go ahead. Okay, yeah, I can touch on that. So for privacy, any data collected, I assume that you're talking about the data collection in business statistics. So we would only, so if for Alfred University, let's say, you would only be able to access it if you were an administrator at Alfred University. So like for Houghton University, you wouldn't be able to see Alfred University's statistics or like their GPA increase or something like that. So it would be literally completely personalized to the university, if that makes sense.
And what about of the subscribers? Like how do you protect their calendars from, stalkers?
Oh, yeah, no, okay. I understand what you're saying. I didn't understand the question first.
No, you answered
the
first part.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So first so basically we would probably end up setting it up like with your, like, let's say school email or something to actually log into the app. And then you'd scan like the QR codes for each class. So hopefully that wouldn't be shared around the internet. So it'd just be like in the syllabus of your actual class. And hopefully, yeah, like I said, it wouldn't be shared. If there was security measures, we would just have a team, or we'd hopefully get a partner that would
know more about security and have more, because we're not experts in that.
So you're asking faculty to put QR codes on every assignment, every test, so that students can scan, say, a curriculum or whatever that might be,
Yeah.
a test? How does that?
So the way it would work is you would scan the QR code originally in the syllabus. That's the only QR code that would ever be scanned. Then the teacher would have something in the back end of the app that they would upload all their assignments, just like they currently upload to Canvas. Or let's say if you were a TA for a class, your job might be to just literally upload all of the assignments into the Nudge app, so then the students can see it.
What is the education piece like for faculty and using new technology?
You want to touch on that?
So like Matt said, the teachers already do it for Canvas, but it doesn't upload very well in the Canvas structure. So because it's something that's already done, I don't think it'd be too difficult for them to adapt to using the Nudge platform. And then additional to that, any coaches or any clubs or anything, the same thing would go along with that they could have students who also understand the platform, as the students usually tend to be better with technology. They'd be able to just upload your classes schedules, your any events you have for team practices, club meetings, anything automatically auto-populate into the app.
And the interface would only be your schedule. So there wouldn't be, like in Canvas, there's all these different tabs and all your assignments, all this different stuff. It's literally just your schedule. So it would look the same way from the teacher's perspective. They literally just upload what time is the assignment due. You can't submit an assignment on there. You can't do anything like that. It's just, when is this happening?
What about social calendar? Is that something that your friends and family would scan your QR code, or they'd have their own personal schedules? Dinner? Boop.
So so initially we're starting with just the basically classrooms, practices, things in a college setting, but we'd want personal use to be an aspect of the app as well, so that you can add in, let's say I want to go to the gym at 10 o'clock and I want to bring Matt with, I could have his username, I could send him an invite and have him join me in the gym, and it'll automatically add to his calendar as well. And then he can compare that with what he has going on as well already.
Yeah. So you have an opportunity to help with procrastinators, right? Have you thought more of going beyond just aggregating calendars?
Yes. So initially we'd want to just aggregate calendars because we want to test the market and see if it's viable. But eventually we would want to incorporate. So what I do currently to, I guess, manage my own life is I write down every single thing that I have to do for the week. And then I have a daily planner where I write in, okay, I want to do this on Monday from 1 to 4, this. So then we would basically have that in the app, so where I could maybe do it myself. I could double tap and make like a mock event. So like I have a test or let's say I have an essay that's due for economics class that's due on Friday, but I don't want to do it right then. I want to do it on Wednesday. I could just drag it to there and do it on Wednesday. And then even further than that, this is way down the road, we could have like an AI or something that would basically manage your calendar for you and say, okay, I just organized your calendar for you this week. This is how it might work out. If you want to change it around, you can. If not, go with it.
So we talked about there are 130,000 educators and 20 million college students. Which one is your market?
So we would be going and selling directly to the colleges first with the students in mind. Both the educators and the students would be using the app, but our goal is to make it easier on college educators in terms of having students realize when assignments actually are due or when a practice is coming up. So it's designed to help the students, but it also in turn helps the educators in a similar aspect.
And $2.99 a user a year, who pays that?
So that'll come from the university paying that. We looked at other price points if we wanted to be, so in the packet we handed you there on the last page, there's different revenue models. We looked at if we want to charge $1 per student, $3, $5, and we think the $2.99 price point is the best estimate for allowing us to get where we want to be in terms of ARR and in terms of how well we think we can market the app to colleges.
Does the program graduate with the student, or once you lose access to the university, do you lose your calendar?
So for right now, like I said, we're targeting the college audience, but one of the things that we see down the line is actually being able to have the students carry the app with them into the workforce, which will then increase the presence that we have and hopefully allow the whole platform to continue to grow.
Very good, and that's all for questions. Thank you so much.
This way.
Next up, we have Peartree Customs from Alfred University with Edward and John, academic mentor Susan Gorman, and industry mentor Ruben Zielinski.
Hi, my name is John Jacobs. I'm a junior at Alfred State College with a background in sales and logistics.
And I'm Eddie Scroxton. I'm also a junior at Alfred State College with a background in management and woodworking. And together we are
Peartree Customs. Eddie and I teamed up in 2022 to bring uniqueness and personalization into homes and restaurants all throughout the United States.
It all started when I realized how plain and boring the kitchen can be when it lacks personalization and creativity.
We seek to solve this dilemma by providing handcrafted, fully customizable cutting boards. Using a specialized piece of equipment known as a laser engraver, we're able to satisfy any creative desire onto our boards.
Our customers have a choice between two standardized sizes, a 9x11 and a 12x16. But if they want to go completely customizable, they can have a choice between any cutting board pattern they choose and their own shape and size. With all of our cutting boards made, a customer has a choice between 7 different woods, ranging from green bamboo all the way to exotics like purple heart. Once the size and type of wood is chosen, our customers will be able to add their family recipes, last names, custom art, and any other ideas they have on their boards, making for a more personalized experience when cooking in the kitchen.
Currently, Peartree Customs is in 4 different restaurants in upstate New York. By incorporating custom wooden cutting boards as serving platters into their dining experience, these restaurants are able to communicate a sense of authenticity, quality, and attention to detail that aligns with the values of their restaurants.
We differ from these large companies like Williams-Sonoma and Time & Table by exclusively handcrafting our products. Our specialties and expertise allows us to create a custom, high-quality, durable, and authentic kitchen item.
All of our manufacturing and assembling is done in Western New York, promoting American-made products. Also, all of our cutting boards are assembled using sustainably sourced wood, excluding artificial dyes and colors. We hope to appeal to those who value the environment the same as us.
John and I understand if we want to sell our product at a high volume, we got to get in front of our customers. So let's talk about marketing.
We plan to run 4 separate marketing campaigns after our website is built. The first 3 are paid advertisements through Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. By utilizing these platforms, we're able to select our demographic, getting in front of those who are more likely to purchase. Our last marketing campaign would be free samples to restaurants and bars. Delivered by mail, we would engrave the chosen restaurant's logo into a handcrafted Peartree Customs cutting board. We'd plan to include a handwritten letter, firstly complimenting the restaurant, then providing information related to our website. You would also follow up with an email and a cold call.
In the past year, Peartree Customs has made $15,642 in revenue, with $8,962 being from custom cutting boards. These sales are solely reliant on word of mouth and exclusively being sold in Western New York, with some outliers. The power of personalization and quality has led Peartree Customs to make boards for these celebrities.
Our most popular 12x16 board is sold at $120 per unit. This includes free shipping and full customization. We're projecting, with the help of our online marketing and social media ambassadors, we'll be able to average 60 sales a month for the first year, totaling $86,400 in revenue. As we fine-tune our marketing, we can expect our revenue to increase by our historical annual growth rate of 33.5%. At this rate, we'll be able to reach $366,000 in revenue by 2028.
The costs associated with the production of the board include our raw wood, glue, oil, labor, and overhead. To produce, ship, and cover indirect costs of our 12x16 board sold at $120 costs us $86.07, meaning that we're operating at a 39.4% profit. Judges, we're excited to bring Peartree Customs to the next level, and we'd love for you to be part of our story. If we were to win the $5,000 award, here's what we'd be able to do.
Through using YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram's targeted demographic advertisements, we'd be able to reach 3,480 people per year. On average, online advertisements have a closing rate of roughly 9%. This means that we'd sell $3,120 in cutting boards a month. After paying for the advertisements and our monthly overhead costs, we'd profit $382.28 a month. Keep in mind, this is not our only source of leads. We plan to promote on our social media platforms and continue working with restaurants to traffic more customers to our website. After doing the math, we'd be able to recoup our $5,000 investment a little after a year of our marketing campaign's operation.
We'd then reinvest our profits into more efficient equipment like a high-capacity laser engraver and begin expanding our reach into customizing other home products. Through our expansion, we'd be able to support our local economy and bring life into homes and restaurants all around the U.S.
Thank you for considering us for this business opportunity.
And a special thanks goes out to Ruben Zielinski
and Professor Gorman for mentoring us throughout this whole process.
And obviously we have samples for you guys of my work in the past. Cool. So you can pass them around and stuff.
You're not getting this back.
I hope so. 'Cause that's what you're going to use on the website. So. And those two are owned by somebody. So, and she was like, really, like, you have to give them back. And I was like, all right.
I only see one here.
How big do you think this can be?
It's a great question. Honestly, when I first started this, I started this 4 years ago when I was like going into my senior year of high school. And honestly, when I first started, you know, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, I really felt like, it was weird. Like when I first started, it was kind of like something God like called on me. I don't know why. I have a big faith, and it's like, I just felt like, you want me to do this? I don't know why. It's been a great journey. And I think it could be just as big as what we said in the 5-year projection. And I think that's just our beginning. I think there's a lot of revenue streams we can go throughout, and just based upon our cutting boards alone, that's what we could make. And a lot of other companies have decided to go through cutting boards because of how profitable it can be. And I've kind of realized that myself throughout the last like 3-4 years. Like the video said, like there's been like weeks where during COVID, I just did a whole like Mother's Day like marketing event on Snapchat to my friends, and I was like, hey, you got your mom like a Mother's Day gift yet? And they're like, no. I was like, boom. You want to support a local business, and AKA me, and get your mom something really cool? So I made like $1,300 during COVID just doing word of mouth. So I think the sky is the limit, just because I think just between him and I and this marketing team and like this marketing we have right now, and to be able to like scale and have all the pieces finally come together with this rebranding, I think we can go as high as we imagine.
So you've got your 5-year projections.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to graduate, and you'll have an opportunity cost. And so is this going to be worth your time?
I think so. I think at the end of the day, though, I think it's more about, do I have a passion for it? You know what I mean? Like if I have a passion for it, it doesn't matter. Like my goals can be as high as they want to be. And I personally think just on that number alone, that revenue number, I had a goal at the beginning of the summer. I bought my girlfriend a necklace, and I was looking at my bank account, and it was like $145. I was like, shh, okay. So I had a goal at the beginning of the summer. I said, I want to make $20,000 in revenue, right? Gross 20K. I started out that beginning before that. I had a couple restaurant deals, a couple different deals with a car dealership and another restaurant down in Florida. I made about $4,000. So that almost $16,000, about 12,000 of that came this summer working for myself. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a risk. Because the summers before that, I was like, you know what, I'm going to work for somebody else, but also work for myself. And this summer I was like, I want to take a risk and really invest in myself and see what I can do myself. And obviously it's come out decent.
Are you the salesperson and the maker?
Yes, ma'am. This is completely me.
And how do you split your time?
That's a great question. So a lot of the time I'll delegate. If I'm going into work, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to get like 2 or 3 hours of just like researching some places, calling some people, DMing some people. So like a lot of those people who I've done like celebrity work with, I've done things through like their chefs. So I DM their chefs and be like, hey, I want to give you a great like gift. Like, you know, it's completely free. I just want to show you what I can do. Because I believe in, that saying like money talks, blah, 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 walks. So like, I want to be able to be like, I want to show them what I'm made of. Does that make sense? I want to be able to say, look, this is what I can do. And I would think teaming up with you, I think we can make a great promotional item for your clients and your customers. And also throughout restaurants and businesses, I do this thing of like, hey, I think we can bring a very unique aspect to your business and restaurant that sets you apart from all the other local competitors and regional competitors, and bring something to the table that helps amplify the food, the appearance, and the overall environment of your restaurant while displaying your brand and your name.
Yeah, we really just want to focus on value add. Like that's the first thing. We focus on providing free samples to like the restaurants we think would be useful for us. So by providing the free samples, say, hey, this would amplify the experience for your customer. It would leave an imprint reinforcing your brand. So you increase your returning customer. So that's just our goal.
Can you comment on your sustainability claim, right? Which, again, Great work.
Thank you.
But yeah, could you comment on?
Yeah, of course.
You want to touch on it?
You, me?
Actually, no, you go.
Okay, so when I first started in like 2019, I just Googled like lumber providers, right? Because I started this with nothing, like absolutely nothing. This is like a great example of like, you guys want to start something, just follow your dreams and follow your passions and just don't give up on it, because that's what I've done. And I called somebody it's called Bingham and Son down in Warren, and he's told me that they try to solely get lumber from like loggers that try to reproduce as many as they're cutting down as they are taking away.
And also we're focusing on taking their scraps.
Yeah,
right?
I actually
So-
started off, sorry to steal your, I actually started off, he just gave me, so when you buy, like, this is a company that provides a lot of lumber for like lumber liquidators and hardwood floors, like distributors. So they come in packs of like 10,000 board feet. And whenever they don't come, like when there's leftover, they just throw it to the side. So a lot of what I was getting was just scrap from what couldn't fit into the packs.
Okay. And then maybe one other quick question, like, so again, great idea to use, reuse materials, but is it food safe, or how do you make it food safe?
Absolutely, yeah, it's food safe. And there's a whole article that our professor was talking about how a lot of the plastic cutting boards, like you can use them and reuse them, and it's still gonna have bacteria within it. And considering I'm in restaurants, like I have 5 or 6 restaurants that use these boards. And it's just like, I'll give you an analogy. Do you use a plate the same time? Like say you eat off that plate this like Monday, do you not wash it and then eat off it again on Tuesday?
I don't want to get into that.
But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Like, it's any other kitchen item. You want to wash it and sanitize it. And I give a card. Since we're rebranding, I didn't want to like confuse you guys, because I got a whole LLC and EIN and everything. Like I have a whole LLC we're going to DBA off of for Peartree Customs, and we give them a care card that says how to wash, how to maintain. It gives you everything about what you need to do in order to kind of cover our butts upon like, oh my gosh, my cutting board cracked. I've had that, trust me, like my cutting board cracked. Like, it's not my fault. I gave you a care card. Like I try to cover us on that liability, but also give them a value of like, hey, you do 1 part water, 3 parts vinegar, spray it down, wipe it off, hot water, dry, and then put some mineral oil or some other conditioner on it, and then you're good to go. So that sanitizer is just as good.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for questions and answers. Thank you so much.
And then we just wanted to give the AHA one as appreciation to Ms. Bars for what she did.
Oh, thank you. Last team of the day. Okay, so next up is Ani Organics from Alfred University with Madeline and Bianca, academic mentor Shelley Frayne, and industry mentor Nancy Galone.
As the world becomes more conscious about health and environmental issues, the demand for plant-based products is on the rise. However, there's a significant gap in the market when it comes to infant formula. This is where Ani comes in. My name is Madeline Shaw.
And I'm Bianca Durso.
And we are Ani.
The 2022 infant formula shortage in the United States brought to light how narrow and over-leveraged the infant formula industry is. With a few corporations having control over the whole market, customers are left extremely vulnerable and with limited options. This has been amplified for those trying to follow a vegan-based diet for their infants.
But the idea of a plant-based infant formula is by no means a new product segment. Unfortunately, though, the current U.S. products are doing what's minimally expected in terms of meeting FDA nutrition requirements.
Every parent wants to provide what is best for their child. Parents who buy plant-based infant formula are aiming to avoid potential allergens from animal products and provide an entirely natural formula for the overall health of their infant.
Why, Ani? We don't just adhere to what's minimally expected. We have developed an infant formula with all the necessary nutrients for a baby's growth and development without any animal-derived ingredients. Our specialty formulated ingredients list has been reviewed by an expert in pediatric nutrition. Based on her advice, the formula was revised to ensure the highest quality of nutrition for infants. Our formula contains no major allergens, such as soy and almond, giving parents a peace of mind when choosing Ani. Additionally, we prioritize sourcing our ingredients ethically and sustainably to ensure our products are not only healthy, but also environmentally responsible. The infant nutrition market size is expected to grow with a compound annual growth rate of 7.73%, equating to $17.66 billion from 2021 to 2026. One of the major factors driving the infant nutrition industry is the rising demand for vegan and organic baby food. Roughly 10% of U.S. citizens of childbearing age, 19 to 39, are vegan. From this, we have carefully selected a region close to home in Allegheny County that embodies our target market. The 2022 statistics are taken from Ithaca, New York. Their demographic traits reflect the age and income range of our target market. The regions in red on the map indicate other cities with the same demographic, ensuring that our target market has a presence throughout the United States. These cities will be utilized when scaling Ani in years to come.
Our plan of utilization includes using Incubator Works in Alfred, New York for marketing, formulation research, and storage. As we expand, we will hire interns from both campuses in the community and use this as an office space. Cornell's Food Venture space will be used for the production of the formula and quality assurance testing.
Phase 1 of our 2-year plan is dedicated to developing and producing the formula. Cornell's food startup space has the equipment required to process and manufacture infant formula. This, in combination with their proximity to Alfred, as well as our target demographic, Ithaca, New York, makes this the perfect space. The costs of utilizing this facility are calculated to the right, along with required registrations we need to obtain in the first year.
Our cost per unit has been calculated by determining the average plant-based infant formula cost, deducting the estimated profit margin of 14.2% and increasing by an estimated 20% due to higher quality ingredients, giving us $32 per unit cost. Therefore, our estimated startup cost during our fiscal year, starting April 1st and ending March 31st of the following year, is $5,716.
Our growth in the profit-loss graph was calculated using Else Nutrition's financial data. In quarter 4 of their second year, they saw a 42% increase in revenue. We expect to follow a similar trend. Phase 2 of our 2-year plan is when we will begin to interact with our market. This will include establishing an online social media presence, as well as interacting with Facebook mom blog groups. In tandem with this, we will partner with pediatrician offices in areas matching our market, such as Ithaca, Rochester, and Buffalo. This, coupled with pop-ups and samples at farmers markets and organic stores, will allow us to reach our target market.
Once some traction has been gained, we will begin the process of applying for FDA approval. This will include a clinical trial. This trial would occur over a 90-day period, include 100 families and 300 units of formula. The breakdown of the trial can be seen in the figure on the left.
Thank you for considering Ani. With the growing demand for vegan infant formula, we are excited to bring our innovative product to the forefront of this movement. We believe that with your support, Ani can become a household name and provide families with a safe, healthy, and ethical choice for their little ones.
What size is this?
So the unit that we calculated is a 32-gram container, which is about the average. And then in that, there's about 30 days worth of product because it's about a scoop for each 100 milliliters of water.
How do you intend to protect your supply chain?
I haven't fully thought about that. That's a great question. Protect the supply chain in what regard?
Ingredients are important.
Yes.
I'm getting that message.
Mhm.
So you're counting on your suppliers and your suppliers and and on for
Yes.
Regulatory compliant ingredients that fit your standard. And it appears like you have a third party that can test those ingredients.
Yes.
How do you know that they're doing along the pathway? How do you know that they're doing meeting your standard? They're doing what they say.
Yes, I think we're not entirely at the aspect of choosing suppliers, since it is kind of hard to, choose a supplier for each ingredient. I think in that regard, we intend to go directly to the supplier and make sure and maintain that they are maintaining the level of ethical resourcing that we are providing our customer.
So what does success look like for you? If you are able to engage with the food lab,
Yeah.
cranking out product, what does success look like there?
I think in that year one, success looks like producing a product. The formula and the ingredients list has been laid out, but we're not sure exactly if putting all those ingredients together chemically will produce something that is what we intend it to be. So that's kind of the benchmark for success in that aspect. I think year two, success will look like we're providing something for parents who really want that vegan option for their children.
So a great concept about the nutritional aspect of it, but about taste.
Taste is a huge aspect.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw up there, but in the ingredients list, we have our non-disclosed protein and oil blends. That's just to protect our intellectual property. For those, we have carefully selected ingredients that has been backed by science that is good tasting for the infants, and the protein and the oil blends reflect that of the breast milk composition. So we believe that it will have a similar taste, which will be enjoyable for the infants.
And I'm not sure if you caught in the video, but Maddie did meet with a pediatrician who specializes in this, and we went through the ingredients with her to ensure that it was providing the nutritions that were required and having a taste, making sure all of those things. I think it's been revised a couple times, getting the ingredient list.
Yes.
Is the intent to direct sell or to potentially wholesale with natural markets?
Both. I think in the beginning, it will definitely be a more direct sale with us being that specific. I think then we can, after those first couple years, go into, potentially marketing to Target, to Walmart, with their co-manufacturing companies.
Is the baby formula market still as vulnerable as it was in 21, 22?
Yes, and I think it will continue to be, given the fact that 90% of the market in the United States is controlled by 4 major companies. I think that leaves a lot of volatility because there are only a few manufacturers in the United States, and that 2022 formula shortage was caused by 1 manufacturer. And most of them are outsourcing their manufacturers. So if something similar to COVID were to ever happen again, or any issues in supply chain, that becomes an issue for the whole entire market.
And how is your product manufacturing scheme hardened from that or protected from that?
Because we intend to either have our own manufacturing plants, or we intend to contract a co-manufacturer to manufacture. And I guess, I'm not sure I'm answering that question totally right. We're trying to step away from them because they are using the same manufacturers.
Right.
They're all kind of using the same product base, the same similar ingredients list that is coming from these manufacturers. So,
any questions, Tom?
It seems like on a high level that everyone would agree this is something we should have. Why you?
I think that we provide not only something that's nutritionally adequate, but also ethically adequate, and something that will be not only good for the infant, but good for the planet.
Great. Thank you so much. And now it is time for the judges to deliberate. So I will say, teams, after we come back and announce the winners, which Kimberly and Mariana will be doing, please stay because we want to get a giant group photo of all of you. So we're going to see what the weather's doing outside, but our goal is a drone shot either in here or outside. So stay tuned. With that, judges, Mariana will lead you to the deliberation room.
And I can help with notes or whatever you want to do. If anything. Take this.
Hello? Oh, sorry. So we are going to have a little program while the judges are deliberating. So we have a couple things to talk about and information about Incubator Works and things like that. But make sure you get your vote in because it's going to close up very shortly. And then we'll be announcing the Viewer's Choice Award. So please make sure you do that. And then I believe our first video that we have coming up is from State Senator Borrello, who's here to share, not here, he's here on video, to share a few words for everyone.
Hi, I'm State Senator George Borrello. I'm honored today to be able to welcome the teams from Alfred State College, Alfred University, and Houghton College participating in the 3rd annual Allegheny County Startup Collegiate Competition. I know you put a lot of time and effort in developing your ideas and your pitches. You've had to work and think creatively, work collaboratively, which are valuable skills for entrepreneurs. I know that because I myself was a young entrepreneur. In my early 20s, I founded my own company, Top Shelf Marketing, and grew it into a nationally recognized supplier to the hospitality industry. I didn't know exactly what the outcome would be, but I knew I had to try. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of trial and error, but it was a tremendous learning experience, and the startup point would be a lifelong business career. Through your participation, you've proven that you have the vision and drive to turn your ideas into reality and build a sustainable, successful product. Your ideas will benefit not only Allegheny County, but our entire region. Good luck to all the teams competing today. You should be proud of everything you've accomplished. To all of today's competitors, I wish you nothing but continued success. Thank you to Incubator Works and everyone responsible for making today's competition possible. By encouraging and mentoring these young entrepreneurs, you have helped build a brighter future for us all. Thank you.
Thank you. So next up, we have a video from Clayton Besh. He's with the New York State Venture Fund. So I know, and a lot of you are wondering, how can I get money? So this is someone that may be able to help you with that.
Hello, my name is Clayton Besh. I'm a director of New York Ventures, New York State's venture capital fund that in its current format has been around for about 4 years and historically has been around since the 80s. We were actually one of the early investors in Regeneron, very famous drug company out in the Hudson Valley. So what we do is we co-invest in seed and Series A companies throughout New York State, from the tip of Long Island to Western New York up into the North Country. We invest in high-tech companies like battery companies. We invest in pharmaceutical companies, SaaS models, and a whole variety of things that we hopefully will support diverse and innovative companies throughout New York State. We like to focus on technologies and regions that aren't as approached and supported by other venture capital funds. So the process we go through is that we ask that that a company has matching funds, preferably a lead with people, as I jokingly say, people smarter than ourselves with whom we agree, but lead venture capitalists that know the industry well, and then we co-invest with those. We also ask that you invite us to be a observer on the board for so that we can help you out. We invest both in safes, convertible notes, which are loans that turn into equity, and of course, equity. So I look forward to talking to companies that might have a project that they would consider venture capital friendly. And I'd also want to talk about a new program that we have called Seed and Pre-Seed Fund that, as the name suggests, we do even earlier co-investing. So for those companies that are pre-revenue, please look at the ESD's seed and pre-seed funding opportunity to see if it's something that would fit for them. So I look forward to talking to anyone who might have a really cool idea, and I'm happy to share my experience in the venture capital world. So best of luck, and I look forward to visiting the Southern Tier and the Alfred area. Bye.
So I'll make sure that I will send everyone his contact information on the website. So in case you want to do further research and information and contact him, you'll be able to. So next up, we have a quick video from Western New York Wilds with Allegheny County. So we'll show that video next. Sorry about that. I just looked up, realized the video wasn't on. Lovely music, though. So next, I'm just going to go through a quick slide presentation and talk a little bit more about Incubator Works. You can still hear me, right? Okay. So Incubator Works, we're home to 2 incubators in Corning and Alfred, New York. We have 2 locations. We serve 4 counties, Chemung, Zupan, Schuyler, and Allegheny County. And you don't actually have to be a resident in our building to access our services. You don't actually have to be a tenant for us to help you, basically. So what is a business incubator? A business incubator is an organization that helps startup companies and individual entrepreneurs to develop their businesses by providing a full-scale range of entrepreneurial services. So our mission is to promote economic development in the southern tier of New York through supporting job growth and hopefully start new jobs. So Incubator Works, we're the only ceramics and glass incubator in the entire world, due to partly because of Alfred University and the Ceramics Corridor Innovation Center, and the CAT, the Center for Advanced Ceramics Technologies. We opened about 35 years ago. We just celebrated our 35th anniversary. And for the majority of our time, we have had a high-tech focus and have had a lot of high-tech startups. But just about 3 or 4 years ago, we decided to branch that out and focus more on the quote-unquote Main Street businesses. And we do that by a variety of ways. We have an 11-week business class that we just actually graduated. And actually our friend and colleague here, Brian Kelly, was a recent graduate of that co-starters class. We do startup competitions like we're doing right now. We have one coming up in Elmira, May 6th with Elmira College and Corning Community College, so the same exact thing. We do mentoring. We have lab space, of course. We like to say that we're a thinking partner. So if you ever want to talk through your ideas and not have, your friends and family laugh at you or say that doesn't make any sense, we're here to give you, opinions and advice and connect you with people that can help you as well. So who's in our Alfred Incubator? We have a number of high-tech startups that do a lot of amazing things. We have Xylon that is recycling rare earth minerals for the aerospace industry. We have an organization called Glass Labs that is doing a reusable self-cleaning glass straw. We also have an organic Free Folk organic company. So we have someone that's doing skincare. So not everything is high-tech in our industry, in our tenant or our building, excuse me. And our anchor tenant is Saxon Glass. They're strengthening glass. So if anyone has allergies and uses an EpiPen, has a bee sting allergy, you're probably using an EpiPen, and every glass vial or nearly every glass vial is strengthened right down the road in our incubator. So it goes through a molten salt bath process to make the glass really strong so that when you inject it into your leg, that glass won't break and you'll get the medicine and the life-saving medicine that you need. So that's pretty cool that we have that happening right down here in Alfred, New York. And then, of course, we have our Corning incubator, which our main tenant there is Corning Incorporated, who is researching and developing things like Gorilla Glass and Willow Glass, which is the bendable glass. And we also have a few different business development programs in our incubator as well. So as mentioned, we do have a partnership with the CAT, Center for Advanced Ceramic Technology, and we do a lot with the ceramics and glass industry. As I said, we have the medical glassware, we have flexible glass, and we have other different high-tech ceramic items. And you may have heard of some of the things, like I mentioned, Gorilla Glass, Willow Glass, the EpiPen. Ithaca Hummus came out of the incubator, not ours, but the one up in Ithaca that we work a lot with. Jet engine ceramic coatings. So we do a lot of interesting things in our incubators. So we have a few different, to focus on the Main Street businesses. We do our 11-week business plan class. So this is something that people that live in the community can access, as well as students. They're able to access this class as well. We have our next class starting April 12th, so just around the corner. And that's actually going to be live in Elmira in this case. And just some graphics from the class that we do have. We've had 87 participants so far. We've had 41 businesses started and 26 businesses growing since we've been doing this since 2019. So an example of one of the companies that we've helped is FLX Best Wine Tour. So if any of you are have friends and family coming to the Finger Lakes, you want to do a wine tour and not have to drive, this person, they can take you around and you can have a safe trip and have a lot of fun. So that's just an example of one of the businesses that we've helped support. And then, of course, we have Free Folk, organic skincare, as I mentioned. And she was the winner of our co-starters class a couple sessions ago. And she makes amazing moisturizers and all sorts of fun things like that that are all 100% organic. And she's actually in our incubator as well.
Tonight, we had our co-starters graduation, which was a culmination of the last 11 weeks that we spent with 6 of the entrepreneurs.
We're all presenting our business plans tonight. We see our main customer base as landowners that want to build a brand new home.
They all had this really deep passion for their idea.
When I got behind that mic, it was easy because I was telling my passion, I was telling my story, I was telling my life. I'm a father of 3, and this is very important to me because I want to leave this for my kids.
Watching our colleagues' presentations was amazing. From where we started, to hearing everyone's fully thought out, fleshed out idea, seeing numbers, just how poised everyone was.
When you hear others in your cohort, your classmates talk about how they get through all the different elements, it's making me a stronger entrepreneur.
When it's a nice, small, intimate group, they really can network with each other and form those relationships that will last the lifetime of their business.
We spent 11 weeks in the class with these folks, and I can see everybody's growth, and I'm sure that they can see the same for us.
This has helped tremendously to help us realize what's important now, what's important in the future, where we want to focus our greatest efforts, especially starting out.
It taught me a lot because I've always been a chef on hand, but I didn't know the business aspects.
Being certified as a woman-owned business and as a veteran-owned business, those forms can be really hard to navigate on your own, and they help with all of that.
Starting a business is scary. The first step is coming to a program like this and going through the process and learning.
Take the class. Whether you know or not, if you want to move forward with the business, that's what the class is for.
I think it's a good deal for anybody that wants to learn how to put their ideas into reality.
and take a dream and make it real.
Incubator Works works.
Incubator Works works.
Incubator Works is here to help entrepreneurs start and grow their businesses. Our next co-starters cohort starts in January. We will help you take your idea to validation to help you open your business.
So that expression Incubator Works works. Some of you students are probably aware of that now because you've probably been saying it in your interviews. So we thank you for saying that. So this is Glass Lab. Aiden LaCourse, he was the second place, $1,000 winner in the first competition we had 2021. That was all online due to the pandemic. And we've actually raised our prize money since then. So he's the one that makes the unbreakable and self-cleaning glass drinking straw. So he's in our incubator right now and working through his business. And he's been selling his straws to Alfred University to sell in their gift shop, and you can engrave them. And so he's trying to take that to the next level and sell it to the public as well. And then this is a couple pictures from last year's competition. We did have Eco Guys winning the grand prize from Alfred State. We had Alfred's Flamingo Restaurant from Alfred University in second prize. And then we had Houghton College at the time. Now they're Houghton University. Please forgive my sign that says college. It's Houghton University. And it's 500. The 500 third place winner was Swiss Solar. So that's just a fun example of what we did last year. And now we've doubled our teams this year. We had 5 teams last year, and now we have about doubled. We have 9 teams. So as mentioned, we can connect people we work with to different industry industry experts, government partners, help them research grant and funding opportunities, all sorts of good things like that. We offer mentorship. And just want to touch on our partners that we have in the incubator network. So we have the Southern Tier Startup Alliance that works, that has Cornell University, Bingham University, and then on the other side, we have Western Incubator Network, which covers University of Buffalo Incubator, Fredonia, Olean, and some others. And so we're connected with all of them. So depending what section of New York you live in, whether it's the side Western New York or more towards Corning, we have connections that we can connect our participants with. And here's an example of a map of the coverage in the Buffalo side. And our judge, Tom Murdoch, is the president of WIN, the Western New York Incubator Network. So it's just connecting all the different incubators so we can all kind of share our services, share ideas, and share the people we know to help our entrepreneurs. And this is an example of the Southern Tier Startup Alliance that we're connected with on the Southern Tier side through Zupan and some of the other counties to our east. So just wanted to thank everyone in the Startup Allegheny Committee that was putting on this event. We have all these different organizations that were helping put this together, and we really thank them. Also want to thank our sponsors, Sealing Devices, Alfred University School of Business, and of course, Center for Advanced Ceramics Technology, the CAT. We want to give a big thank you to Alfred State College, our host. We're very excited to be here, which is the #1 SUNY regional college year after year, so that's exciting. And we look forward to being in Houghton next year as well, so that'll be exciting for 2024. Also, thank you to the mentors, for everyone, for all the hard work you did working with your teams. We really appreciate it, the industry mentors and the academic mentors. We really want to thank the teams. You guys did awesome. I'm so proud. I know I've worked with a lot of you. I've emailed you at all random hours. I apologize. You'll stop hearing from me as often, so, but I can keep emailing you if you'd like. And we want to thank our judges, of course, for all their hard work, and of course, the Incubator Works team for all their support in putting this together. Just a lovely picture of the area, and that's about it. So we're just, waiting for the judges to do their thing and finish up. So hopefully that'll happen soon. So it's just a little bit of time, and we're just gonna wait for them. They should be back pretty soon. What is it? Q&A. Let's do it. Well, who has a question? See what I can do.
Does Incubator Works work with any executive coaches?
Yes, I mean, right now, for example, we were reaching out to different people in the industry for mentorship. So absolutely, I mean, we definitely want to stay connected because you never know what services the people we're working with will need, whether they're college students or someone that's just newly trying to open their business or just trying to explore their options. So definitely. Yes.
So how did you get linked up with Incubator?
Well, interesting story. I was in the hospitality business for about 20 years before COVID. Worked in many different roles in catering and sales and event planning, kind of like this. Then that kind of changed up when COVID happened and the hotel business sort of fell apart. So I just happened to find this job down here, and I was living up in Rochester. So that's really how it happened. I just happened to see this posting and applied for it. So I actually personally don't have an entrepreneurship background yet, but I'm also supporting in other ways. So thanks. Any other questions? Yes.
Are you connected or Incubator Works connected to any angel investors in the area?
You know, there's some contacts that we're trying to generate and get more connected with. So it's something that hopefully in the future we could learn more about that or have more access to that. So more to come, hopefully. I also did want to mention that I'm the only one that saw all the pictures. So no one else saw the pictures but me. And I'm not in the deliberation room, so I have no bearing on anything that happened. I just wanted to let you all know that. And the cutting board has no bearing on what may happen with that. I know, I'm just being silly, but it was amazing. So, any other questions? Hopefully, who has the time? Hopefully it'll be soon. Last year it took about 20 minutes, so we're probably around that mark, I imagine. And then we'll find out who did the Viewer's Choice Award winner as well. That'll be exciting. So feel free to talk amongst yourself unless anyone has any other questions.
When's the next pitch competition? Have everybody here participate?
Well, it will be next year, 2024. Stay tuned on the dates. It's always around early April, and it's going to be in Houghton University because we do rotate it through. So, but next in May, as mentioned, we're doing that pitch competition with exact same thing. I think they have 9 students as well so far, or 19 teams, I should say. And that's with Elmira College and Corning Community College. So that's a good question. I'm going to have to follow up and get back to you on that one. I don't know. Yes.
Are you going to be sending us like all the media that was made today?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Once all the pictures come down, I'll send them out to all of you, like the still pictures. Of course, a lot of the marketing departments of the colleges will be, putting together little marketing things. We will also be putting together a nice little marketing piece. But yes, for sure, we'll connect you with that. Well, it's going to be on YouTube. So you mean like the video that we're watching right now, or? Oh, that will be on YouTube. Yeah. So this is all being recorded right now. So you all have the link. It's going to stay there forever. So feel free to go home and watch it and fast forward to watch your spot. That's fine. So hopefully everyone had a chance to vote and have their family vote. Let's see. When I hear the door open, I'm like, is someone coming in? Just cameras. Guess I should have filled in a few more videos there, but. Yeah, do we have that one? Let's do it. Yeah. This is from last year's pitch.
I'm honored to be able to welcome the teams from Alfred State College, Alfred University, and Houghton College to today's second annual Allegheny County Startup Collegiate Pitch Competition.
Being willing to collaborate with others, we had the opportunity to work with a great industry mentor, and he gave us a lot of ideas on, okay, we're thinking this, how can we make this better?
Absolutely. I think when you kind of think about a business, you think of it in a very broad sense. But I think what we learned when working together on this is all the little intricacies, actually getting a business off the ground in such detail. So I think we all learned a lot from that.
There's a mix of emotions. I can say that actually we feel good about how we were able to approach the questions and how we put our confidence out there.
I think we did awesome. We stood our ground. We said everything we needed to say. So yeah, I think we did great.
So not every business starts up right away. Most of them fail. Try to identify the things that will make your business fail and try to solve those first.
I think we work better as
I think it's teamwork.
Yeah.
We divvied up the work, so if any of us were ever stuck, we had each other that we can kind of bounce off ideas over.
Exactly. I learned that this is a lot more work than I thought it would be. So just don't be afraid to ask for help if you don't know what you're talking about. Go to your mentor.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly recommend this project to other students. You know, it is a time commitment, but you learn a lot of valuable insights while doing this project. You get to work with some higher up advisors from different companies, and learning all these skills while making this presentation. It's definitely going to be an asset when you're going through one through.
Incubator Works. Incubator Works. Incubator Works.
And that was at lovely Alfred University's campus. And I know they're taking some drone shots out there earlier of this campus, so that'll be awesome to see those. Anyone know how the weather is now? Is it? Oh, yeah. We were hoping it would hold off to the end of this, but that's too bad. I did also want to mention that many of you are undergraduates, so we'll be doing this next year. So I hope to see you next year in this competition, whether you're doing the same business and you're just expanding it and enhancing it or something different. So I'd love to see you come back. So, sorry, I have a pregnant pause a little bit. What is? Honestly, I think you all should win. So that was my suggestion, that everyone needs to win. That's why I'm trying. Because I wouldn't be able to choose, honestly. So you're all winners to me. But actually, to be honest, everyone, of course, is a winner. I know that's cheesy, but it's true. Because you're still working on your pitch, you're developing your idea, you're learning through this, and you're making good contacts. So it's just getting you started. Yes. Any other questions? Comments? I did want to point out that the person narrating that video that we just watched was Joseph Sempolinsky. That was down here. I don't know if you recognize your voice on that. So, yes, we just love what you said last year. So it became the little in the vignette there. So, yeah. So. Yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm glad you said that, because it doesn't end here. Like, we're not just going to see you by. We want to be here to help you through your process for, like you said, mentorships, talking on ideas, seeing if there's people we can connect you with, depending on your, the business idea you have. So we'll definitely stay in touch. You have my info. We're right down the road. You probably drove by here on the way to, oh gosh, many of you on the way from the highway. So yeah, we definitely want to be a resource for all of you for many years to come. And try to keep you in this area, whether it's Southern Tier, Allegheny County, the Western New York, try to keep you all here and doing your business in our area. I mean, there's not as many grants out there as you would think, or oftentimes they're really hard to go through the process, but there are some, and we can help you gather the info. Darn it. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means they're out of the room. So that means it must be coming soon. Yes. Well, really, I mean, it is on YouTube, as you know. So, and a lot of pitch competitions. I mean, there's like the bigger New York State competitions, and pretty much that's all online as well. So I would definitely, try to get anything like an IP or intellectual property secured. So I would, you can take action on that as soon as possible, if not already. Yeah. So, but. Oh, how exciting. They're about to come in. So very exciting.
I think they're snapping some photos first.
Okay. We're going to do the Viewer's Choice Award first, and then the prizes. And we're going to have the Viewer's Choice second and third place winners stand up, and we'll, acknowledge you. And then the first place winner will have you come on down to get the big check. It's not a real check or anything. Don't get too excited. The banks can't cash the big check, I don't think. I don't know. Well, it's the account number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't think they're going to recognize that. You got to whip out my big checkbook and write that out. Do a big mobile deposit. Big thanks also to Nick Davis with Genesee Valley Media that you just saw run up the stairs there and his team. So they've been doing a great job taking care of us. So we appreciate that. And a big thank you to the Alfred State College's audiovisual and IT support. We really appreciate that as well. And of course, thank you to Brian as well for helping do all that. So exciting. Okay. All right. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the Viewer's Choice Award. This is very exciting. I'm seeing this for the first time, so it's kind of like the Academy Awards. We'll have the judges sit down, and thank you so much, judges, for going through that. I assume it was pretty difficult, and thank you for working through that. So, as I mentioned, the Viewer's Choice winner, if you don't mind standing up when I announce your name, so we'll take some pictures of you from up there. So, the Viewer's Choice Award goes to Constructabyte. Congratulations. You sit on down. Thank you very much. We'll make sure you get that. We'll be following up with that. Don't worry. So then, now we have our third place winners. So we'll have you stand up again, whoever that person is, and then we'll take your picture up there. So the third place winner and winner of $1,000 to be split throughout the team is Constructabyte. Thank you so much. Now we have our second place winner. And I meant to mention that Constructabyte is from Alfred State College. Our second place winner is Annie Organics, excuse me. And they're with Alfred University. And then our first place winner, and we'll have you announce or stand up and come on down, is Peartree Customs. Congratulations.
We're just gonna let Susan zip over here a little bit.
Gotta be in the way of this picture.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing the way that.
Do you have a picture with you, just the two? And then we'll have your academic mentor come down. Here she is. This is Susan Gorman. So congratulations. We are going to be doing a group shot.
Yes, what's our direction on that?
Yeah, I think actually if we all kind of filter into the center there. So if you're at the bottom, move into the middle. You four, completely fine. If you're at the top, move down to the middle, please. And then we're gonna do two. Yeah, that one's heavy.
All right. Everybody's in it. So everybody's going to be involved. Everybody that's in this room, every single person. So we're going to do one on the bleachers here. And then we're going to whip this table out of the way and have everybody just kind of walk down here and do one, okay? And then we have some cool technology called a 360 camera. And we're going to all file out into the hallway there and do that one. But first, we're doing good. Anybody who's on the walls, please step in. Can I have the judges, raise your hand if you're a judge. Can I have the judges in the front row here with Incubator Works? Doing good. We're doing good. Everybody's doing really good.